versus Fort Atkinson. The Silver Eagles coming in on the strength of a 2-game winning streak, having beat Stoughton 34-20 last week, and an exciting game against Oregon the week before, 26-21. A come-from-behind victory, Bob. The Silver Eagles trailed most of the game and took the lead with about a minute and a half to play on the strength of Taylor Duncan's touchdown, second touchdown of the game.
And then sealed it with a big sack, and that caused a fumble by the same guy.
It was huge. It was huge. It was very exciting.
All right, well, let's talk about the Blackhawks here and now. Fort Atkinson comes into town, pretty much led all the way by a young man named Preston Strasburg. How many Prestons can you name besides Preston Pearson?
Oh, you took away the one I was going to. Sergeant Preston?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But how about a first name with Preston? I know. I'm coming up empty.
Isn't there a Preston Gomez?
Wasn't?
Who played baseball?
That's possible. Was there a Preston Marshall at one point?
You're thinking Mike Marshall.
No. Mike
Thurgood
Marshall played baseball. Preston, I think
you
there was a Preston
you know
Marshall.
another Thurgood.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Anyways, Preston Strasburg's run for over 1,100 yards and 13 touchdowns this year.
He's also had 10 catches for 178 yards, so he's no chump out of the backfield catching the ball. Matt Romans, their quarterback, a second-team all-conference pick last year. His numbers are down this year, but I think he's still somebody to keep an eye on. He's completed almost 50% of his passes, 819 yards, and 6 touchdowns, only 2 picks on the year for Romans. That compares not quite as well with Monona Grove's quarterback, Alec Ogden, who's completing over 64% of his passes this year, 1,040 yards, 10 touchdowns to go along with his 2 picks.
All right, Roman just waiting for a ball out on the field to kick off. Silver Eagles set to receive. This is Kyle Sapu.
Yes,
We apologize for the butchering of his name. No one told us.
That's right.
They're pronouncing it phonetically, and
yeah.
It's Sapu.
Yeah, it's spelled Capouch. So we're still sorry we mispronounced it, but we got to get a little slack there.
Well, he's deep with alongside Andre Naherniak, and the Blackhawks ready to kick off, going from left to right. This is Naherniak inside the 10, out across the 20.
Oh, he's gone.
25. He could go all the way with the opening kickoff.
Yeah.
He's across the 50, 45, 40, down the sidelines and brought down inside the 40, close to the 30-yard line. Call it the 33-yard line. A tremendous start for the Silver Eagles.
Wow, huge gap down the middle of the field on the return. Naherniak hit it at full speed. I really thought he was going to score. I thought instead of cutting to the inside like he did to avoid the kicker, Romans, if he could have kept it to the outside, I think he would have outran the whole gang.
It just figures we get Sapu's name correct and the other kid runs the ball back. All right, Alec Ogden at quarterback for the Silver Eagles. I believe that's Jack Thompson next to him in the backfield. Jackson had an outstanding game last week against Stoughton and ran for well over 100 yards, including a 55-yard touchdown run. And he gets quick throw.
It's Naherniak on the catch.
Naherniak on a slant coming inside the 25-yard line, close to a first down. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1, and the Silver Eagles back up to the line in a hurry. Frankie Langer out there. Colin Larsh at wide receiver. The handoff to Thompson. Trying to go up the middle, and I believe he's got enough for a first down as he gets close to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he's got it easy.
4-yard pickup for Thompson. Thompson's not rushed for a ton of yards this year. The last week was his best effort of the season.
186 yards last week. By far his best of the season. His first 100-yard game as a Silver Eagle varsity player here.
They throw it over the middle.
That's a touchdown to Kelsey.
Kelsey on that little tight end slant, and he scores from the 21-yard line. Third play of the game, and the Silver Eagles are on the board.
Kelsey wide open from his tight end position, and boy, that was easy.
He scored a couple touchdowns a few weeks ago on that, Bob. And he's a hard player to defend. He's 6'3". He's fast. He's got good hands.
Yeah, he's a strong kid. I'd love to see them utilize him more. Boy, I can't imagine there's too many linebackers or even strong safeties in this league that can stay with Mitch Kelsey.
All right, now Colin Larsh will attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold, good kick, good gully, and there's a flag.
Something happened in the line there, kind of, I think, after the kick left the foot, but we'll see how this goes.
We'll see what kind of signal we get here.
Yeah, they haven't counted the kick, but Monona Grove's kicking team coming off, so they're going to go ahead and give them, I'm sure, the extra point here. And it'll be 7-0.
Yep. 7-0. Larsh with the extra point. Silver Eagles off to an outstanding start.
A personal foul on Fort Atkinson there.
So that should be assessed on the kickoff, should it not, Bob?
It should, and that which will give Colin Larsh, no challenge at all as far as kicking the ball into the end zone.
A little bit of a breeze tonight. There was some precipitation coming down during the national anthem, but it appears to have abated for the time being.
Yeah, if there's not going to be any rain during the game, it sounds like it's going to be more of a drizzle. Bigger rain coming closer to midnight.
Well, Andre Naherniak setting that one up with that outstanding kick return. I would call that 60-plus yards. And,
and like I said, I thought he was actually, when he broke through that seam, I thought he was gone.
They're going to attack 15 yards on, which means Larsh gets to kick it from the 50. There's an odds-on chance he's going to put it through the uprights at this distance.
Actually, he should be kicking from the 45.
Yeah,
and they did move him up. Yep.
That's right. That's a 15-yarder.
Maybe he'll kick one through the uprights here. That'd be kind of fun.
This might be kind of a fun one to do a knuckleball and try and pin them deep.
So Alec Ogden with his 11th touchdown pass of the season on the opening series. Monona Grove with a quick 7-0 lead.
Yeah, nothing fancy on that. A couple of slant passes and a run by Thompson. I tell you, they can't overuse Mitch Kelsey on that play, though.
And
there's a kick.
Plenty of distance.
Holy cow, did he kick that?
Yeah, I couldn't tell if it went through the uprights or not, but it went well out of the end zone.
It would have been tempting because of the penalty to take a free kick on that one.
I wonder if they offer that in high school football. I know in the NFL you can go ahead. I know you get a free kick if you're the receiving team, Steve. That's the rule.
Okay.
If you fair catch a kickoff, or even if you don't,
that's the rule.
If you fair catch kickoff and you take the ball there, you can have a free kick. For most teams, of course, their kicker could never hit from that distance.
Right. All right, Matt Roman's out of the spread offense, just like the Silver Eagles. Preston Strasburg next to him. The handoff is to Strasburg. Trying to go left side. Has a little running room out across the 25-yard line and brought down near the 30.
Strasburg's the real deal at 1,131 yards so far this year. Last year, a unanimous first-team all-conference pick at running back, and he just had a little over 1,000 yards. He's already surpassed that this year.
Yeah, he was clearly the second-best running back in the league last year. Roman's calling the signals again. Give to Strasburg again into the line. A good push, has a first down, and he's out near the 35-yard line. Strasburg averaging how many
over
yards
6
per
yards
carry?
a carry.
6 yards, 6.4.
Yeah. Strasburg, a 5'11", 200-pounder.
Last year, he averaged 4.5 yards a carry, 12 touchdowns, 121 yards a game. He's averaging 188 a game, including a big one. We'll talk about that in a minute. 1st and 10, the ball on the 35-yard line. Roman's calling the signals. He's going to sling this one out to Jared Edwards on the right side. Edwards got across the 25.
Oh, they missed the tackle.
Good second effort, got him close to the 40, call it the 39.
They had Edwards at the line of scrimmage, but he managed to break those tackles. Got pulled down by Quincy DiLoretto after a 4-yard pickup.
Strasburg had 409 yards on 38 carries in a game against Portage. Game they went back and forth. Portage is a dreadful team this year.
Actually, they've got a win this year, which is better than last year. They beat Edgewood.
Fort Atkinson much improved. They only won twice last year. Now they're vying for the conference championship. Strasburg again into the line. Stopped after a short gain. It'll bring up the first third down of the game. 3rd and 2. The ball at the 43-yard line. He's got to make it to the 45.
They got some pretty big kids on their offensive line by the looks of things. Let me take a look at some of these.
The one
boys.
to watch is number 77, Drew Hoy. He was an all-conference, second team all-conference
6'4",
last
280 pounds.
He's
on the other side of the line, they have Riley Walter, 6'3", 240.
There's some big kids out there. Romans will give it to Strasburg again, left side across 45 and down near the 50. First down for the Blackhawks. They don't do anything fancy on offense. They run that spread, but it's all running plays so far, except for the one pass to Edwards.
Well, and we've said that Roman's numbers are down from last year, and mainly because Strasburg's numbers are up.
Ball spotted just shy of the 49-yard line. The Blackhawks threatening to cross the center stripe for the first time tonight. On their first possession, we're under 9 minutes to play in the first quarter, a 7-0 MG lead. Signal out to Edwards again.
Nope.
And he
broke
a tackle. No, that wasn't Edwards. Was it?
Taking a look. Number
8?
Yeah, number 8.
Okay. No gain on the play. Bob, I forgot to mention you're listening to WVMO, the voice of Monona, 98.7 on Charter Channel 990.
And 99 or something.
And YouTube
like
streaming now on Monona Community Media. Second and 10 for the Blackhawks. Romans stepping back, looking to pass. Right side,
yeah.
Edwards. Edwards falling across the 40-yard line for a first down for the Blackhawks.
Edwards just ran a simple little short post there. It was wide open in the seam.
Ball spotted on the MG 40-yard line. First down for the Blackhawks. They're very methodical here. Nothing fancy, but it's working for them so far. Cole Nelson, number 3, split out to the near side along with number 13. Apparently his name is Calhoun.
Edwards came into this game with 33 catches, already 3 tonight.
Romans calling the signals, looking to throw again. No, delayed handoff to Strasburg. A little dance move inside, and he gets brought down at the 42-yard line.
Little draw play there. You don't see that too often in high school football.
Pretty effective, though. You'd think you could juke a lot of kids out.
Well, it's not the easiest play to block if you're an offensive lineman, because you actually got to give ground and then push the guys off to one side or the other, and then the running back actually has to read it as opposed to having just specific blocking assignments and a specific hole to hit.
Second and 7 for the Blackhawks, the MG 38-yard line. Strasburg again, left side, falling forward for a short gain. He might have got a yard or two out of that is all.
Yeah, I got some pretty decent penetration on that one. I saw number 50, Kyle Peterson.
Call it a 1-yard pickup.
In.
3rd and 6 for the Blackhawks. Ball at the 36-yard line of Monona Grove. This would be a big stop.
10th play of the series so far.
Romans looking to throw again, looking right side. Complete to number 6, Connor O'Brien. And O'Brien with the first down. Well-timed pass. O'Brien wasn't even looking when the ball was released and turned, and it was right there. Romans right on target. Both quarterbacks have been superb so far. 1st and 10, the ball at the 22-yard line of Monona Grove. Blackhawks answering with a long drive here. Let's see if the Silver Eagles can stop them. The handoff to Strasburg again, up the middle. Little running room. Boy, he runs hard.
Yeah, he does. Nice high knees. Kind of reminds me of the way Young ran last year. Very strong, quick to the hole, and he's been getting good holes. Lots of good push from the offensive line for Atkinson.
1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Strasburg and Roman, we're going to say their name a lot tonight. There's the pitch to Strasburg, left side, and awful close, but short of the end zone.
Yeah, Monona Grove's defense going to need to stiffen up, especially in the front 7 there. But Strasburg really having his way with on the running plays.
2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. They haven't run outside that much. That was just a straightforward pitch, and Strasburg running for the corner got cut down just a couple yards short of the goal line.
I predict a carry for Strasburg here.
I think that'd be wise. Hey, look, it's a carry for Strasburg right into the middle of the line, and a touchdown for the Blackhawks. From 2 yards out, Preston Strasburg, his 14th touchdown of the year. 5:41 to play in the first quarter, and the Blackhawks threatening to tie it up.
Do you figure there was any listeners that didn't know who Preston Pearson was when we were talking about that? There probably is, don't you figure?
Oh, there's got to be 1 or 2 people.
Preston Pearson, he was a running back in the NFL for both the Steelers and the Cowboys in the 80s and 90s. And there you go. You're up to date.
Matt Romans to attempt the kick. The holder's Nathan Schultz. Snap, hold, kick, and we're tied at 7.
Do you know that Preston Pearson was actually a featured back in the Pittsburgh offense, but when he went to Dallas, he became more of a third down back. Caught a lot of passes out of the backfield.
Wasn't he behind Dwayne Thomas?
No. Dwayne Thomas was well before Preston Pearson.
That's right. Dwayne Thomas was.
He was behind Tony Dorsett.
Yeah, it's okay.
So that would have been 70s and 80s, not 80s and 90s.
Yeah, my favorite
70s and 80s.
My favorite Dwayne Thomas quote was at the Super Bowl when they asked him if this was the ultimate game, and he said if it was, they wouldn't play it every year. All right,
and Dwayne Thomas has passed away.
We've strayed a little bit here, Bob. Let's get back to high school football. The Silver Eagles tied against the Blackhawks now at 7 apiece. Matt Romans to kick it off. The Silver Eagles back to return. I would guess they're going to try and keep it away from the Herniak.
Very impressive first drive for Fort Atkinson, too.
How many plays on that
They
drive?
got a lot more going for them than I thought. 13-play drive.
Wow.
Went for 80 yards.
Converted a couple third downs. Roman's kick. A low kick. And this will go into the end zone. And the Silver Eagles will take over on their own 20.
Some confusion there between Sapu and Herniak. They're both kind of thought the other one was going to take it. It just split the middle and into the end zone. So Monona won't start with quite the same field position here on their second series as they enjoyed on their first.
No, that's all right, though. Let's get the offense in sync here and matriculate down the field. Alec Ogden calling the signals. Jackson Thompson in their backfield beside him. Double wideouts to the near side. And they sling it out to Sapu. Sapu, little spin move across the 20-yard line. Just a short pickup, 2 or 3 yards is all.
Nathan Ing was not able to hold his block, and that play only works if the other receiver can hold his block.
Nathan Ing getting his first action that we've seen.
That's correct.
2nd and 8 for the Silver Eagles from the near hash mark.
Nope, officials timeout here.
All right, now we're ready to go. Ogden calling the signals. Give us to Thompson, right side off tackle. Across the 25-yard line, but no more than that. A bunch of Blackhawks there. The nose of the football touching the 25 brings up 3rd and 5. I believe this is the first 3rd down of the game for the Silver Eagles.
Well, they only had 3 plays prior to this series.
Ogden looking to throw, rolling.
Oh, he's got Herniak wide. Or who is that? Is that Herniak?
Ning. And well defended by the Blackhawks. Ning can't reel it in.
Ing was wide open down the field, and Ogden just saw him a little too late. Didn't get the ball out there quite far enough. If he'd have seen him split second earlier, that would have been a touchdown for Monona Grove.
And that'll bring out Colin Larson, the punting team. The ball's still on the 25, 4:44 to play in the first quarter. We need Larsh to get a good kickoff here. They've got Strasburg and some other fella deep. My advice, don't kick it to Strasburg. High kick for Larsh. Oh, and a bounce. It's going to be
A little Fort Atkinson hop there.
Yeah, not a great kick. The ball spotted about at the 47-yard line of Fort Atkinson.
Yeah, only a 28-yard kick on that one.
That was Cole Nilsson waving himself away from that one. So the Blackhawks with excellent field position after the Larsh punt.
Yeah, Monona Grove's front seven is really going to stiffen up. They're going to have to defend this run. I say defend the run, and let's see if Romans can throw that ball.
Well, Romans has been pretty effective so far.
Sure has, 4 for 4 so far.
Got number 6, Connor O'Brien, split out this side. O'Brien had a big game a couple of weeks ago. Jared Nelson split to the far side. Preston Strasburg in the backfield, and Strasburg will get the handoff. Trying to go left side. Across the 50 and cut down short of the 45-yard line of Monona Grove.
Well, Monona Grove challenged by rushing teams this year. Their 2 losses were to Wanakee, who ran for a pile of yards.
Dane was a beast.
And then their other loss, a 3-pointer to Monroe, where Monroe rolled up a fair number of rushing yards, too.
5-yard pickup on that play by Strasburg. Now Fort Atkinson splits out 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Romans in the backfield alongside Strasburg. They're going to throw it this way. Little wide receiver screen to Jared Edwards, and Edwards cut down after a very short gain. He might have gained a yard on that, but it'll bring up 3rd and about 4 yards.
A good penetration there by Jarrett Meyer, but he slipped before he could make the tackle. Fortunately, Colin Larsh there to pick up the pieces. Well, they gave him a pretty good spot.
Boy, I would say the ball at the 46-yard line. Still 3rd and 4. Biggest play of the game so far. Hand off to Strasburg. A little running room. Strasburg hit at the line. See what kind of a spot they get. I think he was short.
I think they're going to spot him just a little short, and if I am Fort Atkinson here, I go for it.
I'd
you got
give it to
4th
Strasburg.
And very short. You're at the inside Monona Grove's territory, and the way Strasburg's been running the ball, I think you go ahead and go for this.
It does appear they're going to do that. Romans is their punter, so you never know. They might fool us here, but
yeah,
it surely makes sense.
You could always quick kick, but
4th and 1.
If I'm the Fort Atkinson coaching staff, Strasburg gets the ball here. They're lined up like he's going to quick kick. We'll see. He's trying to do a hard count to draw Monona Grove offside. Let's see if they're going to. He is going to kick it.
He's going to kick it. Jared Meyer drops back. There's a little kick. Meyer will let it bounce.
Got to block this guy. No. Didn't get enough of a block on him. Ball dies at the 3-yard line, Steve.
Yikes. I can't see it from my position.
41-yard punt with the roll. Great punt. Terrible field position for Monona Grove. Fort Atkinson's decision turned out great because of where the punt landed. I still go for it there on 4th and less than a yard.
Yeah, I like their chances giving it to Strasburg again.
Strasburg's shortest carry has been 2 yards.
But Steve Mahoney knows what he's doing. He's been at Fort Atkinson 16 years now, 72 and 75. Like I said, they're only 2-7 last year. I believe this is Thompson on the carry.
Nice hard run by Thompson there. He was met almost at the line of scrimmage by number 35, Emmerich Mason, who is Mason Emmerich, who is their leading tackler this year.
Emmerich was honorable mention all conference last year as a linebacker.
Yeah.
Had 59 total tackles. He's at 50 or 67 already this year.
Yeah, he carried Emmerich for at least 3 of those 4 yards he gained. This is another carry by Thompson. He'll take it to just over the 10.
Yeah, the ball. Or it's 3rd and 2 now from the 11-yard line. A big 3rd down play. The Silver Eagles can't afford to lose this field position battle.
Oh,
the snap over Ogden's head. Picked it up,
going to try to run out of that.
Side.
Oh, he's going to get it, and he's going to get the first.
He's going to get the first down, and he's got a little running room now. Pushed out of bounds near the 35-yard line.
Break and a half, and that break was caused by a broken tackle by Alec Ogden. Nice job. Could have gone down for a loss after the high snap. Picked that ball up, made the corner a pile of yards.
Well, Ogden last week had a touchdown run on a broken play.
No, he had a long
No, that's right.
run.
It was a 40-yarder. It wasn't a touchdown.
It set up the insurance touchdown.
Ogden looking to throw lots of time. Got Naherniak.
And he's got it. That's the score.
There we go.
Perfect pass.
Andre Naherniak from
69 yards.
69 yards.
Beautiful pass. Beautiful pass by Alec Ogden. Right on the hands of Naherniak, who turned on the Jets, outran his defender, hauled that baby in, took it in for the touchdown. Let's give some big props for excellent blocking, too, by the offensive line.
Ogden had plenty of time, just stood up there. And Naherniak was well covered, too.
But he turned on the Jets right at the end, and that pass could not have been better.
So Alec Ogden, his second touchdown pass of the game. Colin Larsh will attempt the extra point. Snap, hold, kick. 14-0. The Silver Eagles take the lead.
I don't know if we're doing replays, but that's worth looking at again. That was just a terrific pass by Ogden. I think his best of the year.
Yeah, that was right on the money, and Naherniak did a good job bringing that in. And then it was just a foot race, and there's not a lot of guys that are going to catch Andre Naherniak.
Well, I wonder if the Fort coaching staff is kind of second-guessing. Of course, you can't predict that's going to happen, but they might still have the ball. And Monona Grove not, and it's still tied 7-7.
So look at the sequence there, Bob. 3rd and 2, the ball gets snapped over Ogden's head. He runs back, picks it up on a broken play, comes down the left sidelines, gets the first down to the 31-yard line, and then on the next play, he throws the bomb to Naherniak for the score. This Alec Ogden is quite the athlete. He's had a couple of outstanding runs and a number of great passes this season.
Just a junior this year, and we did not predict this for Alec Ogden this year after watching him as a sophomore. He's pressed into service in an emergency last year after Mitch Kelsey, the starting quarterback, went down in Game 3. Alec finished the year at quarterback, showed improvement as the year went on, but still just kind of a thin, overmatched sophomore last year. This year, completely different.
A lot of poise, making good decisions. Larsh with the kickoff. Deep.
Nice height on that,
Just
too.
short of the end zone. Is this Strasburg?
No.
Nope, this is number 3, the other kid.
The other
Cole
kid.
Nelson.
The other kid.
The other kid that was back deep. Cole Nelson.
Yeah, that guy.
Gets it out to the
Number 3.
24-yard line, 1st and 10.
T.O. Kid.
T.O. Kid. Minute 46 to play in the first quarter. A 14-7 MG lead on WVMO, the voice of Monona.
Did you know that Monona had a radio station, Steve?
I've heard that.
Because the people that let me in through the gate here tonight had never heard that.
WVMO 98.7.
That's right, the voice of Monona. Are you
Everybody's
kidding me?
heard of them. Strasburg, nice run across the 30 and down close to the 35-yard line.
They're getting nice blocking on the offensive line for Strasburg. These guys are not only getting good push, but they're staying on their blocks, giving Strasburg, hey, it's a 9-yard gain, another one for Strasburg.
Yeah, the ball out to the 33-yard line. 2nd and 1. They do a nice job blocking, but you got to give a lot of credit to Strasburg, too. He runs really hard.
And he's very fast, but he's doing a nice job of finding his holes.
Roman's on the keeper this time, and
he's going to get the first down. What an unusual call in that situation. I guess they figured they could really fake the Monona Grove defense out.
well, you get a couple kids spying on Strasburg, that opens up the middle for somebody like Romans to run in there.
So about a 2-yard pickup there.
Just enough for the first down, though. The ball to the 36-yard line of Fort Atkinson, 1st and 10 Blackhawks.
Romans hasn't done much on the ground this year. He didn't do much on the ground last year. He's a throwing quarterback, not a running one.
Last year, Strasburg not only had most of the rushing yards, the rest of the team was negative.
Nice coverage
nice
and a
pass.
great pass.
Connor O'Brien with his second catch across the 50-yard line.
Hunter Maroney was all over O'Brien, and still the pass hit him right in the hands, and he hauled it in. Nice job by Connor O'Brien, and a great pass by Romans.
So the Silver Eagles struggling to figure out how to stop the Fort Atkinson offense.
Romans still has not thrown an incomplete pass. 6 for 6 on the night.
O'Brien split out this side, Edwards to the far side. This is Edwards in motion. Handoff to Strasburg going left side, trying to get outside, has some running room, gets down to the 45-yard line.
A little bit of misdirection there, did a nice job. Kind of kept the Monona Grove from pursuing too hard towards Strasburg.
Well, Jared Edwards came across, it looked like it could have been a jet sweep, and let's see, they've run Edwards 7 times with the ball, so it is something you got to watch for, but Strasburg taking it back the other way. All you got to do is get the defense leaning a little bit, and that's going to end the first quarter.
Quick one.
Yeah, the Silver Eagles leading at 14-7 on the strength of 2 Alec Ogden touchdown passes. The first to Mitch Kelsey, the second a bomb to Andre Naherniak. Naherniak's really looked good tonight so far with that big kickoff return and now the touchdown.
Been an entertaining first quarter, I got to say. Just fast moving, lots going on, a lot of offense so far. Monona with the quick strikes has kept the lead at 14-7. Fort Atkinson, though, showing a lot more of a grinded out approach. Preston Strasburg, their running back, they're really their sole running back, has carried the ball 13 times in the first quarter alone.
First quarter. Wow, I wonder what his high is for the season.
Well,
I could look here.
As far as number of carries, I'm
he
sure
had
it's
30,
that 400-yard game
he had
against
38
Portage.
in that game, yeah.
He ran for 240 yards. He's had 200-plus games this year. He went for 249 yards and 4 scores against Oregon. The only 2 games he hasn't gone over 100 are their 2 losses.
All right, well, he lines up at the backfield next to Matt Romans going back the other way. The ball on the 45-yard line of Monona Grove, 2nd and 6. Romans, give it to him again. He has the first down in a little running room. Knocked down in the defensive backfield by Jarrett Meyer.
That touchdown-saving tackle by Meyer there. He's going all the way if Meyer doesn't make that tackle.
Boy, he had a full head of steam going there.
Strasburg strong and quick.
First down for the Blackhawks to the Silver Eagle 27-yard line.
And Strasburg knocking on the door of 100 yards already, and we are 1 play into the second quarter.
They got to figure out a way to stop that kid. Somebody on the defensive line's got to tackle him. He gets the ball again, right side off tackle.
No, yeah, defensive lineman on that one. It's just a few yards downfield, but a better effort by the Monona Grove defense. Only a pickup of 3.
The ball to the 24-yard line. 2nd and 6. Now they're doing an excellent job blocking for him, and he's taking full advantage of it.
And there are just some big boys in that front line for Fort Atkinson.
Romans looking to throw.
Oh.
Threw it ahead of his receiver. The intended receiver was
Connor O'Brien, right. And once again, it was Hunter Maroney over there. I thought maybe Maroney might be able to come up and take that one.
Yeah, he was a little behind the receiver. If he had been able to jump it, he had a shot at that ball. It'll bring up 3rd and 6.
First misfire for Romans tonight.
Let's see if we can get another miss out of him on 3rd down. The ball at the 24-yard line of Monona Grove. Strasburg again, up the middle. Close to the first down.
Now he's going to be short, but just barely, maybe a yard. Let's see if they go to the kick. Romans can kick the ball. He's their kicker. He's not a bad field goal kicker. Kicked 2 in a game earlier this year.
4th and 1 from the 18-yard line. It appears they're going to go for it. You have to at this field position, I think. Unless Romans has a really good leg, this is not an area you want to try a field goal in. Silver Eagle defense buckling it up.
Oh,
Strasburg bobbled the ball, but it looks like he's got enough for the first down.
Oh, yeah, easily a 5-yard pickup there. They'll call it 4. They'll mark it at the 14, but plenty for a first down.
Yeah, Strasburg didn't have the handle on the ball as he went into the line, but quickly regained it and got enough for the first down. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Romans calling the signals. Give it to Strasburg again. Right side off tackle. Cuts it in. Inside the 10-yard line.
That was right there. That was Dick Rundle's 56 belly right there. That right off tackle play. His bread and butter, and Strasburg looked just like a Monona Grove running back running that thing.
What number did Ole wear?
Number did Ole wear? 34.
We could look it up.
I already know what it is.
2nd and 6 from the 10-yard line. The handoff to Strasburg, this time left side. Inside the 5 and brought down at the 4-yard line.
See who pulled him down. He almost ran out of that tackle.
I think that was Taylor Duncan.
Was it him? Yeah, I think you're right. Very close to running out of that tackle. 1st and goal, though.
1st and goal from the 3. Boy, that Drew Hoy, 77, is a big fella.
Oh, my God. Right across the line. I'm looking at their left guard here. Let's see how big he is. Number 53, Ian Carnes, 6'2", 265.
Yeah, they've been running a lot behind those two guys.
Wow.
Strasburg going for the right corner.
He's got it.
Should make the pylon, and he does. From 3 yards out, Preston Strasburg, his 2nd touchdown run of the night. That was just a grinded-out drive. Nothing fancy.
Seven carries on that drive by Strasburg. 7.
7?
He's up to 20.
And we still have 8:55 to play in the half. Wow.
20 carries already. I don't know what the record is for carries in a game in this state, but wow. Continues at this pace, he's going to approach it.
All right, Romans will line up for the extra point attempt and a chance to tie the Silver Eagles at 14. Snap, kick. Just a little pop-up kick, but enough to tie it at 14.
Well, a lot of back and forth going on so far in this game. Just a little bit different way of doing it. Monona Grove, who last year would have been doing it Fort Atkinson's way, running the ball between the tackles and just grinding it out, using up a lot of clock. This year, Monona Grove, with their spread offense, more of a quick strike, and we've seen that, a 3-play drive to open the game, and then a 69-yard touchdown pass to take a 14-7 lead.
Well, this is slightly reminiscent of the game 2 weeks ago against Oregon when it was back and forth for the majority of the game. The Silver Eagles seem to be playing catch-up for a lot of that game.
Which surprised me. That was the game I missed, and I did watch a bit of it on YouTube in Alaska, and I got to say, I was surprised that Monona Grove had as much trouble with the Panthers as they did. Oregon hasn't shown much this year, gotten spanked in quite a few of their games, and are currently 0-6.
They have YouTube in Alaska?
Yeah, contrary to popular belief, it is not a third world country.
All right, Romans ready to kick off. The Silver Eagles with Sapau and Herniak deep. Little onside kick here. Silver Eagles will fall on it just inside the 34-yard line, 35-yard line. Call it the 34.
Wow, that almost worked exactly like Fort Atkinson wanted to do it. You kick that on the ground, you hope it's going to go off somebody's leg or somebody's hand or something like that. Just lay out there for one of the kicking team guys to jump on it. And that almost happened, but Monona Grove fell on it, and they had pretty dang good field position because of it.
So the Silver Eagles, not that many plays in the first half so far, but tied at 14. Sure. Alec Ogden calling the signals. Slinging out to the right side.
Got blocks
left
here.
side. This is Herniak. A little running room. Has enough for the first down. Breaks the tackle and gets pushed out of bounds near the 45-yard line of Fort Atkinson.
Nice blocking out there by Kyle Sepu. He held his block, kicked his guy back to the inside. Herniak went right around him and ended up gaining, 22 yards.
Sapu and Ing split out wide to this side and Herniak to the far side. The ball at the 44-yard line of Fort Atkinson already. Silver Eagles ripping off big chunks of yardage on their pass plays so far. They throw it again. This one's Ing. His first catch of the year across the 40.
Oh, and the ball comes loose, and it's taken away by Fort Atkinson. Who is that, number 3 over there for Fort? Cole Nelson, number 3. Cole Nelson stripped the ball right out of Nathan Ing's hands, and I don't think it ever hit the ground. I think he just took it right away from him. So the completed pass ends up becoming a fumble, and Fort Atkinson takes the turnover.
Fort Atkinson getting the ball at their own 44-yard line. That's a disgusting turn of events. Too bad. Ing's first catch of the year turns into a turnover. So Fort Atkinson with a chance to get their first lead of the game. So they get the ball back with 8:35 to play in the first half. Tied at 14 here on WVMO, the voice of Monona. Monona's got a radio station, Bob.
I knew that. I actually knew that. I knew that when I came through the gates
They got some good programming, too.
I do listen to them when I'm in the car. And I'm on this side of town. I don't get them in my house. Wide open.
Romans going deep.
Nice job coming back for the ball. That was Connor O'Brien. He's had a heck of a game. And he came back and actually turned to make that catch. That ball was a little behind him and a little to the outside. Nice looking play by O'Brien.
The ball to the 24-yard line of Monona Grove.
33-yard gain on that pass play.
Call it the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for Fort Atkinson. So just like that, they're looking for their second consecutive score of the game.
Well, Fort scored 53 points last week against Edgewood in a game they fell behind 14-7, outscoring Edgewood 46-0 the rest of the way. And it's like, I don't know if the coaching staff have been keeping the wraps on this offense or if all of a sudden they got all of their players back or what, but their offense looks very good tonight.
This is a great offense, good blocking, and they've got a nice mix of running and passing. Romans has been dead on, and Strasburg runs as hard as anybody in the conference.
look for him to get the ball again here, Steve.
1st and 10 from the MG 23-yard line. Edwards in motion. They give it to Strasburg. What a call, Bob. He cuts it back inside, gets inside the 20-yard line, and brought down after a nice chunky yardage.
I'm telling you, Monona Grove should count themselves lucky that he decided to stay going up the middle. If he'd have cut hard left, the whole outside of the field was open to him, he would have scored.
Yeah, it seemed like he ran back into the pile there.
He really did.
A little bit of a gap inside, but more room outside.
What a break for Monona, because that's a touchdown if he cuts to the left.
Tyler Moulton split out wide to this side along with Jared Edwards. I believe that's O'Brien to the far side. Romans calling the signal on 2nd and 5. They give it to Strasburg again. Strasburg dancing through the middle, wrapped up and brought down, but not before he got inside the 15-yard line. And
yeah, he was met almost immediately. I couldn't tell quite who that was. Might have been Duncan. And he just ran right through that tackle, took him right along with him. Gained 4. Are they going to measure here? Because it's really
I would
close.
guess it would be 3rd down if they didn't make it, but it's
really close. Needed 5 for the first down and got about 4.89 yards, I think.
So they need .11 is what you're saying.
Well, we'll see. They're going to measure. He might have got that 5.0.
You need extra credit for that. Oh, nice camera work. Oh, just by the nose of the football.
Yeah, 5.0.
1st and 10 for the Blackhawks. The ball at the 14-yard line. Silver Eagles really need a big play here now with 7:20 to play in the first half. Fort Atkinson with their first opportunity to take the lead. Strasburg alongside Roman. Strasburg with the handoff. Cuts it in. Still on his feet and brought down inside the 10-yard line.
He is tough to bring down, or at least Monona's having a heck of a time bringing him down tonight. Another big chunk of change there, 7-yard pickup on only his 22nd carry of the game.
2nd and 4 from the 7-yard line.
I believe I'll start another column for him.
Yeah, I don't think you need to worry about anybody else getting any carries.
Holy cow.
Romans had that 1 carry, but Strasburg again.
Good penetration that time by Monona Grove. Welton to a short gain. Will it be enough for a first down?
He got inside the 5, but not a whole lot more.
Nope. Did not quite get there.
No, 3rd and 1. Look for Strasburg to get it again.
Pretty safe bet. Unless they want to try a throw here and go for it on 4th down.
Hand off to Strasburg, left side.
Oh, nice job of running through that tackle by Strasburg.
Leaned into 36 of the Silver Eagles, Duncan Crook, and just kept pushing against him and got enough for the first down, down to the 2-yard line.
That was after he ran over Jarrett Meyer.
So, 1st and goal from the 2. Strasburg looking for his 3rd short yardage touchdown of the night. Why not go with him? It works. He dives into the goal line, and the Blackhawks with their first lead. 5:54 to play in the first half, and Fort Atkinson up 20-14.
Fort Atkinson here at Monona Grove's homecoming is playing like they got something to prove.
Well, Strasburg with 3 short touchdowns. He has been a one-man wrecking crew. But really, a lot of this is set up by the nice passing.
Well, Romans has been 7 for 8 tonight. He's done a nice job, and all of his passes have been right on the money.
Romans ready to kick the extra point.
Yeah, he hit that one good.
Yep, hit that solidly, and the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks take a 21-14 lead over your Silver Eagles.
Well, that takeaway turned into 7 points for Fort Atkinson. A nice tackle out here by the Fort Atkinson defender Cole Nelson, who stripped Nathan Ing after a completed pass, and Fort Atkinson followed with a 33-yard pass play and then just grounded out with Preston Strasburg.
Well, the Silver Eagles with plenty of time here before halftime, just under 6 minutes to play. It does appear to be precipitating a little, Bob. I don't know what difference that makes for either of these teams.
Well, it won't make any difference for the guys that run the ball, I can tell you that. might make a little difference for the passing attack simply because the ball is a little more slippery.
Well, I got to say the passing by both teams has been exceptional.
Absolutely. Both quarterbacks have only had one incompletion. And Alec Ogden's thrown 2 touchdown passes tonight, giving him 12 on the year versus only 2 picks. That is really good production.
Herniak and Sapao deep for the Silver Eagles. Roman's ready to kick it. Roman, knuckleball on the ground, taken short by...
Whoa, that was Frankie Langer, and he took a pop at the end of that. This is legal, though. He's still in bounds when he got hit.
So Frankie gives the Silver Eagles nice field position out near the 40-yard line. Let's see what kind of a spot we get here. Looks like it's going to go right on the 40. Yes, sirree, Bob.
Well, let's see if Monona goes right to the air here. Been very successful through the air. Jackson Thompson's only carried the ball 4 times tonight.
You know, the newspaper predicted this could be an air battle. They
Nice
do go
play.
over the middle of Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Kelsey has the first down inside the 40-yard line of Fort Atkinson.
Did you see the way Kelsey ran right away from the linebacker that was assigned to him? Just ran right away from him. And that's a 21-yard gain on the pass play to Kelsey.
Mitch Kelsey, 6'3", 205-pound tight end. Got to say, he's probably the best tight end we've seen in the conference. The handoff to Thompson into the line. Thompson dives ahead close to the 30-yard line.
Nice. They had a nice little seam for him to run through. If he could have kept his feet, he might have got the first down.
It'll bring up 2nd and about 3. Handoff to Thompson again. Thompson, some running room. A little short of the first down. He's got to get...
No, I think he got
Oh, wait,
there, Steve.
you're right. He had to get the 30, and he got to about the 26.
Yeah, they're probably going to mark it, about 28 or so, but not bad. 4-yard gain before he really was wrapped up and thrown down.
Let's compromise and call it the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 MG as they look to tie it up with 5:16 left. Ogden looking to throw over the middle, incomplete.
Ooh,
he was looking for Sapao and
Sapu.
just off his hands.
We're going to say that right all the rest of this year. I promise.
Sapu.
I promise.
Off his hands, though. That was close to a first down. 2nd and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Thompson with the handoff, a little running room. Down near the 20-yard line. Third and 5 after the 5-yard pickup. The ball at the 21-yard line. Ogden calling the signals.
All right, Monona needs to get some yards here. They're going to get the offsides penalty, I believe. Encroachment? Or did they get drawn off?
I don't know. The Blackhawks were pointing.
That's good. That's a killer for Monona if they take a penalty here. But I'm hoping they're going to go with the encroachment penalty.
Blackhawks are backing up. It makes me think it's going to go against them.
That'll be a first down or darn close. The 5-yard walk-off. Let's see where they go with it.
Hey!
Got the encroachment. That's excellent.
Excellent. So it's either first down or 3rd and very short.
Second penalty of the night on Fort Atkinson. So far, none on Monona Grove. And that's going to be very close to the first down, if not get it. Let's see what they do. Yep, that's a first down.
We'll take that.
First down by penalty.
I'm not proud. So the ball spotted where? About the 17-yard line.
Yeah.
1st and 10 MG. Light precipitation. Alec Ogden calling the signals. Handoff to Thompson. Thompson running hard on the right side. Gets down inside the 10.
Nice job of blocking there by Casey McCoskey.
Thompson, 5'9", 164. Runs a lot harder than that.
He's run harder with every game. He looks better every game,
a little
Steve.
more
He's
confident.
getting more comfortable.
Assertive. He gets the handoff again.
Whoa.
Oh, he got laid on his
Stuffed.
back that time.
Who was that number?
That was
35.
Oh, Mason Emmerich.
Yeah.
Their outstanding linebacker. He just
that was a textbook shoulder tackle, and he just drove Thompson into the ground. Loss of a yard.
3rd and 5 for the Silver Eagles now. Another big 3rd down play. Ball at the 11-yard line. Ogden looking to throw. Over the middle.
Can't tell who that is yet. We'll come up with it. And is he in?
Touchdown. Who was it?
We're trying to get it. 11-yard touchdown pass to somebody.
Let's watch the replay here.
Can anybody tell yet? I can't. I'm sorry, folks. This is ridiculous that we can't score that touchdown, but I don't know who it is.
We're at a huge disadvantage every time the ball goes to the right end zone.
Oh, my.
Wonder if we can see the replay again.
I haven't heard Zweifel mention it yet either, the on-field PA announcer.
So with 3:45 left in the first half, the Silver Eagles have tied it up. So 11-yard pass, the 3rd touchdown pass. We knew it was Ogden who threw it. Of that, I'm certain. Right now, we're going to have to credit it to Calhoun, of course.
Could not tell. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, we apologize.
I'm trying to see who's high-fiving, if that was Nathan Ing or if that was Naherniak or who it was. It's a good chance. I don't know. I cannot tell. Haven't been able to figure it out yet.
All right, what we do know is the score is tied at 21. That's the important thing. There is no me in team. So Colin Larsch will tee it up and kick it off to the Blackhawks. 3:45 to play in the first half, tied at 21. We expected kind of an offensive game tonight, Bob, and we're not disappointed in the least. A couple quarterbacks who can really throw the ball, and this Strasburg runs like nobody else in the conference.
Yeah, nobody we've seen anyway, that's for sure.
Larsch ready to kick it. Line drive kick. He's just going to power this one into the end zone. So the Blackhawks will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. 3:45 to play. Here on WVMO, the voice of Monona. Charter Channel 990. Uverse something or other. YouTube, Monona Community Media. After tonight, the Silver Eagles will be traveling to Middleton High School to take on the Edgewood Crusaders before coming back here to finish the regular season against the DeForest Norskies.
Norskies, I believe, are about 3-3 this year. Not quite the same team they have been the last couple of years.
No, they're definitely beatable. Silver Eagles win this, they could win out. Give them no worse than second place in conference. Romans, the delayed handoff to Strasburg, and he slipped a little bit.
That's
might
helpful.
have even lost a yard.
That's helpful. Di Loretto there will get credit for the tackle. But I think the slippery grass kind of made that play.
Yeah, Strasburg tried to cut, and his cutting foot betrayed him. Yeah, loss of about 5 yards.
Wow. He did lose a lot of yards there.
I thought he at least got back to the line, but
no, loss of
wrong
4.
line. 2nd and 14, the first loss for Strasburg.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Romans looking to throw.
Oh, nice catch. It's
Nice
not going to go anywhere.
Too,
yeah,
right. He's going to be
not
stopped
going to
short
go anywhere.
Of the 25-yard line.
Duncan Crook, Taylor Duncan, all there. Didn't quite make out who caught that, but
we've got a penalty flag on the field too, Bob, so it might be a moot point.
Guys, watch wide. Notice what the subject is. So if I'm looking at other people, notice how I'm trying to at least keep that in the center. And when I move to
let's see what the call is. Pass interference, offensive pass interference.
So that'll push the Vikings, the Blackhawks back. Some ethnic group will get pushed backwards. So I believe that's a 10-yarder, is it not, Bob?
Should be.
That'll put it back
10 or 15. Not sure on these offensive pass interference calls. You know, it's a 15-yarder on the defense.
Let's see where they mark this back. They're spotting it from the 16. It looks like a 10-yarder so far.
Well, it'll go half the distance if it's a 10-yarder or a 10 or 15-yarder if they're marking it from the 16. So they'll go back to the 8.
They mark it all the way back to the 8. The 30 is where they've got to go, so it's 3rd and 22. 2nd and 22. I was looking at the yardage marker. And Strasburg trying to go the right side. Nice run there, 10, 12 yards.
That was actually Edwards on the carry.
Oh, on that jet sweep finally.
Yeah.
They've been faking that several times throughout the game. He picked up about 9 yards on that, making it 3rd and 13, 14 yards. So long 3rd down for the Blackhawks. Substituting players in and out. Both teams run this spread offense, so there's a lot of plays that get run over the course of the game. Romans looking to throw, slings it out this way, overthrows his receiver, and that'll bring up 4th down and force a punt.
Yeah, Edwards, the intended receiver. Looked like Edwards kind of slowed down there at the end. Ball clearly was a bit overthrown.
Well, we're 2 minutes and 5 seconds away from halftime, and Bobble and I will enjoy our chocolate chip cookies provided by Dave, the Cookie Man Kersner.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Odd number this week's, Dave. I hope fisticuffs don't break out up here.
There'll be a fight over that odd cookie. Matt Roman's ready to kick it. Herniak standing back near the 50, ready to return. A low kick. Herniak will let it bounce, reel it into the zone 45. Right side, across 50, 45, 40. 30-yard line, still on his feet and pushed out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Great field position for the Silver Eagles to regain the lead here with 1:53 to play in the half.
Yeah, Herniak just takes that ball on the first hop, breaks to the right side of the field, and takes it back about 35 yards. And Monona Grove in great shape to put one up before halftime. Plenty of time for the Monona Grove offense with 1:53 to go.
It appears the ball is right on the 20-yard line, so 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles.
There's Will right down in front of us taking pitches.
Take my picture, Will.
Be
All
careful,
right,
he might.
10 for the Silver Eagles, a handoff to Thompson. Thompson running the left side. Powers his way across the 15-yard line.
About 6-yard pickup for Jackson Thompson. Thompson
Second.
running with authority here in this second quarter.
2nd and 4 for the Silver Eagles. Handoff to Thompson again.
Nice blocking. Nice blocking. A lot of push from the offensive line.
1st and goal for the Silver Eagles. The ball down to the 8-yard line.
A.J. Klee, the 6'1", 266-pound senior, really pushing his opponent down the field.
Now we've got whistles all over the place and a timeout called by the Blackhawks.
Yeah, good idea.
24 to play. Tied at 21. Monona Grove knocking on the door. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line.
Good idea for a timeout there by the Fort Atkinson coaching staff. Boy, their defense was back on their heels. That punt return, just like the opening kickoff return by Herniak, has really got Monona Grove in great shape to take the lead.
Yeah, Herniak with 3 big plays tonight. That touchdown, of course, but then 2 kick returns that have given him great field position.
Herniak with 100 yards receiving already tonight here in the first half.
Seriously, I didn't think he's caught that many passes.
3.
I mean, he had the 69-yarder.
And a 9 and a 22.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. Well, I got to say, what I like right now as we get close to the goal line here, Bob, is that little slant to Kelsey.
Well, they got 1:24. They've run 2 plays since they took the ball after the punt return. They've both been runs by Jackson Thompson, who's run for 13 yards on his 2 carries. I got no problem with them continuing to hand the ball off and maybe running the clock a bit.
I like it when we disagree. Ing and Herniak go split out wide to the far side. To the near side, they've got tight end Frankie Langer. Jackson Thompson in there at running back.
I think you run Thompson until they stop him, and then you can always go back to the pass, especially 1st and goal.
Well, they give us to Thompson.
And he is so close to the end zone right now.
Yeah, inside the 5.
Going to mark it at about the 2.
First
Gain
or
of
2nd
5.
goal from the 2.
I think you just keep giving the ball to him until they stop him. And I think he's going to go in for a touchdown on this play. Thompson with a long touchdown run last week.
Langer and Kelsey the tight end. Ing and Herniak split out wide. Handoff to Thompson, and he's in from the 2-yard line. The first non-passing touchdown of the night for the Silver Eagles. He's a little excited. Gives the Silver Eagles the lead back.
I don't blame him. He's played an excellent second quarter. He only carried the ball 4 times in the first quarter. This quarter, 9 carries for 41 yards and a score.
So Colin Larsh will attempt the extra point. We've got a Blackhawk down on the field. Isn't that a movie, Blackhawk Down?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
John Travolta.
It's starring Tom Sizemore, who I believe is in jail now. Tom Sizemore had some mental illness issues, and I believe he got himself into some trouble.
Poor Tom Sizemore. Boy, we get off on some tangents.
That's all right. You got to mix it up a little bit. I mean, nobody wants to watch a game and just listen to football. They want to hear some different stuff. A little popular culture.
You know, I meant to look and see who else was playing tonight. I wanted to see who Monroe was playing and who's got a chance to beat them and give the Silver Eagles a shot to tie for the conference championship.
I think Monroe's still got. I think they haven't played Stoughton yet. Do they finish against Stoughton? I think they do.
They got to play Fort Atkinson yet. Okay, the Blackhawk is no longer down.
So there you go. I think that's their last 2 games. So they clearly, and Monona Grove hasn't won this game yet, by the way, Steve.
No, you're right. There's a lot of game to play. We're 46 seconds before the half.
Let's not put this one in the win column just yet. So far, the defense hasn't shown the stiffness it's going to need to win this game. They did get they got the nice kickoff, two returns that have set them up nicely on offense. On defense, they've gotten Fort Atkinson to punt, 1 real punt and then one quick kick.
Sapu the holder, Larsh ready to kick it. And that makes it a 28-21 Silver Eagle lead.
Wow,
that 46 seconds left.
That punt return could not have come at a better time. You can go in, you're down 21-14. Partway through the second quarter, and if you can go into halftime ahead 28-21, that is a huge momentum builder, a huge lift to both sides of the ball.
Well, Andre Naherniak's proven to be a game changer. He did that last year. In fact, the year before as a sophomore, he showed some exceptional speed, but he's definitely the type of player who can make a difference.
The defense has got 46 seconds to kill out here, and that's not going to be necessarily an easy thing to do. So far, the offense for Fort Atkinson has been very potent. I think if they play a spread offense as well. Matt Roman's a pretty decent quarterback. They have quick strike capability as well.
All right, they put 3 guys deep, including number 3, Cole Nelson. Preston Strasburg is back there, and I think that's Connor O'Brien, number 6. No, Jared Edwards, 8. So some guys with some wheels back there to return the kick. Larsh ready to kick it off. He could make this moot and put it in the end zone. That'd be my preference. There's the kick. Ooh, nice kick. And it's going to push it back into the end zone as Cole Nelson has no choice but to let it land in there, and the Blackhawks will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20.
It has been a rare occurrence to see a kickoff return by the opponents this year. Colin Larsh with a strong leg. Another player we've seen a lot of improvement from this year over last. I mean, Colin was a pretty good kicker last year, but he's really smacking them this year.
Yeah, getting a lot of distance, a lot of height on all of his kicks, both place kicks and field goals. Punts. If I say enough words, I'll get it right eventually.
Yeah, just keep working your way through the lexicon pretty soon.
It's like my dad trying to remember the names of us kids.
Lexicon, that's a good word.
Lexicon's a good word.
Yeah, I got a big vocabulary of good words.
The handoff to Strasburg, and Strasburg into the line and has the first down across the 30.
Wow, it's a surprising call. I mean, Strasburg's had a great first half. They're going to use a timeout, I think, or they could just stop the clock to move the chains here.
Yeah, it appears.
11-yard gain for Strasburg.
They split out Edwards to this side, O'Brien to the far side.
Well, they didn't call a timeout. Clock running.
Down
and
to
they're
30
taking
seconds.
their timeout.
Hand off to Strasburg again, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage and pushed backwards. I don't understand the call by Mahoney at all.
And they got a decent passing offense, and they got a good quarterback who threw for 1,900 yards last year and 15 scores. He's not a chump.
Well, they are going to get the ball back to start the second half, but why not take a shot downfield?
Got
here?
timeouts, and it's not like you can carry him over to the next half. Just going to lose him.
got
Fort's going to go into the locker room down 7, and without even attempting to tie the score.
Interesting.
I'm very surprised by that.
Well, Silver Eagles take the 28-21 lead into the locker room on the strength of Alec Ogden's 3 touchdown passes. Kelsey Naherniak and somebody else. Jackson Thompson with a touchdown run. Monona with the lead. We'll be back with the second half of MG football here on WVMO, the voice of Monona. I'm Steve Martinelli alongside the Boomer, Bob Schmuck. Hello, 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 and welcome back to Silver Eagle Football. Steve Martinelli alongside Bob Schmuck. The Silver Eagles leading the Fort Atkinson Blackhawks. Harold, turn up the mic. 28-21.
Whoa, turn down the mic, Steve. Holy cow, that is loud.
How's that feel?
Oh, it's a little better. Don't talk so loud.
I'll
What's wrong with you?
Use my inside voice.
That's right.
That's better.
Anyway, we're back.
We're back. Alec Ogden with 3 touchdown passes in the first half, but Bob, really, Fort Atkinson doing an outstanding job on defense. They just couldn't.
Wrong.
No?
Fort Atkinson's not doing an outstanding job on defense.
On offense.
Wrong.
Their offense is. Thank you, Mr. Trump. Offensively, the Blackhawks have done a good job. The Silver Eagle defense having a hard time stopping them. Preston Strasburg, an amazing first half, Bob.
We watched Torrin Young out here for 3 years, Steve.
Yeah.
And he carried the ball a heck of a lot, a record number for a Monona Grove football player. But we never saw him carry the ball like Preston Strasburg has in this first half. Strasburg with 29 carries in the first half. That was a full day's work for Torrin Young, and 2 games worth of work for a lot of Monona Grove running backs over the years. 29 carries for 149 yards in the first half alone.
That's only about 5 yards a carry, though.
Oh, I agree, but 5 yards a carry is there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good average. I just can't fathom the number of carries, that many carries in one half of football. Obviously, at this rate, he's going for 50 carries tonight, assuming if Fort Atkinson can stay close. If they can stay close, they're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to continue to run the ball a lot. They've had success doing it.
Well, to contrast all that running, Matt Romans, their quarterback, has had a fine night throwing the ball.
7 for 9 for Romans tonight for 79 yards.
Well, let's talk about a couple MG standouts. First, Andre Naherniak. Couple big kick returns, a 69-yard touchdown pass reception from Alec Ogden. He set up 2 scores with kick returns. The opening kickoff, he returned, 70-some yards?
Naherniak ran the opening kickoff back about 65 yards, giving the Silver Eagles great field position. They turned that field position into a touchdown 3 plays later, the 21-yard touchdown pass to Mitch Kelsey.
And then later, right before halftime, Naherniak returned a punt deep into Fort Atkinson territory, and they turned that into a Jackson Thompson 2-yard touchdown run.
Yes, indeed. About a 35-yard punt return that Naherniak fielded on the bounce. Just broke to the right side of the field, and there was just no Fort Atkinson guys there to bring him down. And 35 yards later, great field position again right around the 20-yard line of Fort, and about 3-4 plays later, that was all Jackson Thompson runs. He takes it in for the touchdown from 2 yards out.
Well, let's talk about Alec Ogden. The junior in his second year starting is having another good night. 3 touchdown passes in the first half. How many times has he thrown the ball?
He's 8 for 10 tonight, Steve.
Another nice night.
Pretty good night. 148 yards on those 8 completions.
His completion percentage is pretty decent, better than Romans has been for the most part this year, but they
Oh, yeah.
played each other to a draw tonight.
Not even close. Roman averaging less than 50% on his completion percentage this year. And coming into the game, Alec Ogden at 64.4, which is really quite an amazing completion percentage for a high school quarterback at any level.
Well, and you said he's thrown for how many yards?
Tonight?
Yes.
Or over the course
tonight.
of 148 yards.
On 10 passing attempts, that's almost 15 yards a pass.
That is correct. That is some fine mathematics there, Steve. You have good math.
I've got a plan, Bob, and it's a good plan, but I'm not going to share the plan.
Ogden this year has thrown, coming into this game, he's thrown for 1,040 yards. Obviously, he's knocking on the door at 1,200 in this game, counting this game. Last year,
I was just looking for that, too. Last year
he threw for about 800 yards, I believe.
Yeah, they were less than 900 as a team.
Yeah. So he threw for around 800 yards last year, so he's already surpassed that. His number's way up this year. Matt Romans, his counterpart on Fort Atkinson, his numbers have gone down considerably this year. Not sure if it's because he doesn't have the same kind of receiving crew to throw to, if he doesn't have it just isn't getting the number of attempts. I'm going with that one. I think because Preston Strasburg, whose numbers are going to finish way above last year's, and his numbers last year were quite good. 1,040 yards rushing last year. He's already He had 1,130 coming into this game. He's got 149, so he's knocking at 1,300 already this year, Steve. And he's got 2 full games left, plus more than likely a playoff game for Fort Atkinson.
Yeah, they're 1 win away from being playoff eligible.
They got Monroe to play. Monroe's right now leading the division, leading the Southern Division of the Badger Conference by 1 game over Monona Grove. I could see Monroe getting beat sometime in these last 3 games. Monona Grove, another chance to grab a conference championship. They've won the last 7.
Excuse me.
Love to see that string continue.
Yes, so would I.
Jackson Thompson has had a pretty good night himself. 13 carries, 54 yards. That's an average of over 4 yards a carry. He does have the score. He was very quiet in the first quarter, turned it on in the second. And it was all Jackson Thompson after the punt return by Naherniak, and he was pretty fired up when he went into the end zone.
Yeah, he was pretty excited. Well, we have to apologize. We missed 2 caught 1 touchdown pass, an 11-yarder with 3:45 to play in the first half. Alec Ogden hitting somebody over the middle, and we couldn't make out if it was Sapau or Sapu. Potato.
Well, we've messed that poor kid's name up long enough. Let's try to do it right the rest of the year.
How long did we screw up Nathan Ing?
Yeah, that was all last year.
I think we learned that at the last home game.
Yeah.
Sapu, we've got a chance. All right, Larsh with the kickoff. O'Brien into the end zone again. Larsh has kicked more than half his kickoffs into the end zone this year,
going.
Bob.
I'm guessing it's probably somewhere between 85 and 90%. Anytime he's kicked off from the 40, it's gone into the end zone. The only time he hasn't, I think, is when they've walked off some penalty yards.
All right, Oregon. Fort Atkinson will take over.
Oh, my God.
First and 10.
You've run almost both Badger South and North.
I haven't called him Sock.
I'm just waiting for that one. Oh, or the Thunderbirds of Baraboo.
The Jefferson Eagles. Let's go retro.
Yeah, you're going to go 76 on us, aren't you? Sun Prairie, Middleton.
Verona. The Wildcats first and 10 from their own 20. Romans calling the signals. The handoff to Strasburg into the line. Strasburg plowing ahead, but stopped after a short gain. Nice tackle there.
Yep.
Meyer was in on that. Somebody else
trying to come up with that. That was number 36 on that play, Duncan Crook on the tackle. Only a gain of about 2.
2nd and 8 for the Blackhawks. Continuing to precipitate. Not bad, but a little bit. Romans throwing the right side.
Nice
Hit
job.
Immediately.
Nice job there. Was that Maroney?
No, that was
Colin
Larsh.
Colin Larsh on the coverage there. Nice job. Got there just as the ball was getting there and knocked it free.
Going for Connor O'Brien on the right side. Incomplete, brings up 3rd and 8.
Yeah, Larsh all over his man there.
Larsh has played decent defensive back and wide receiver in addition to being an outstanding kicker.
Oh, yeah, I think he's played well on both sides of the ball this year.
Now they bring 3 wideouts to the near side here. 3rd and 8.
Watch for a short pass to Edwards here with a couple of blocks. We'll see.
No, Romans chase.
It's Edwards.
There's Edwards on the short. Oh, and
a nice
defender
move.
Slips.
Good move, though. You got to give it to Edwards on that one. Did a nice fake to the inside, spun around to the outside. Trevor Wonderland and Dan Smith on the tackle. A nice gain and a first down.
Yeah, that was well done. Good blocking there. Romans had a little time in the pocket. And then Edwards did a nice job making the defender slip.
Edwards with 5 catches tonight gives him 38 on the year. He still averages under 10 yards a catch. Clearly a possession-type receiver.
1st and 10 from the 36. Strasburg across the 40.
Oh, he got smoked. I mean, he made good yardage here, but somebody hit him really hard at the end of the play. Hunter Maroney in on that tackle. And I think Duncan Crook again.
His 30th carry already?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And we're not a minute and a half into the second half.
31 so far.
31. Yikes. That kid's going to be sore tomorrow.
Oh, man.
Don't ask him to do any chores, Ma.
He's a big, strong kid.
5'11", 200-pound all-conference running back. He gets it again.
Oh,
Run 32 has some room on the left side.
Nice
ankle tackle.
Open field tackle out there. Who was that? Dan Smith, number 20?
Yes, it was.
Yep.
Dan expected to be one of the leading returners on the basketball team this fall.
Still gained a few yards on that, makes it a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, the ball just touching the 45-yard line.
Look for Strasburg to get the ball again here.
Edwards splits out to the near side. Connor O'Brien to the far side. Tight end is number 80, James Stemke. Edwards in motion. They give us to Strasburg. Has the first down and plows across the 50.
Somebody, let's see, number 55, their center. Let's get his name. Kyle Beggs, senior, 5'10", 210, just took Marcus Wallace and drove him to the ground, who's now running off the field. Looks like his shoulder's bothering him. He just drove him to the ground about 7 yards downfield.
Strasburg making it to the 50, a first down for the Blackhawks. Edwards in motion. Hand off to Strasburg, right side, 45, into Monona Grove territory.
And they're playing Monona Grove football of old here, Steve.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm enjoying watching it. I don't want them to win this game, but I got to say, I am enjoying watching the way their offensive line is blocking.
Feels like Dick Rundle's on the other side of the field.
I'm telling you, yeah.
2nd and 4, the ball at the 44-yard line of Monona Grove. Give us the Strasburg.
There we go.
No, Roman's on the keeper. Roman's with the first down.
Well, he faked me out. And I'll tell you, Strasburg was going nowhere because Spencer Hampton, number 80, had him wrapped up. Unfortunately, Romans kept the ball and got the first down.
Down to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for Atkinson.
Only the 3rd non-Strasburg carry tonight. Romans 2 carries now for 8.
8:35 to play in the 3rd quarter. First possession of the quarter for either team. Strasburg again, right side. Close to a first down. They're not afraid to keep going back to that horse.
Oh, man. Well,
he hasn't let them down.
Like Monona last year. Did you ever have a problem seeing the ball going to Torrin Young?
Not on any down, any distance. 2nd and 2. The ball at the 30-yard line for the Blackhawks. Number 33 plows into the line and appears to have enough for it. Fort Atkinson with these nice white uniforms. Everybody's fairly clean except for Strasburg. He's a mess. Ball to the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, Strasburg's wearing a gray uniform.
Yeah, it looks like it's road gray uniform, right? Like in baseball. Strasburg again, into the middle of the line.
Did you see that little stutter step where he started right and then just stuttered back to the left,
Yep.
and that ended up getting him a couple more yards? Just really quickly done.
5-yard pickup down to the 20-yard line. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 5, let's say. Let's say that. If you're watching this online, you can see a little bit of the rain coming. There's a better shot of the rain. Hasn't made a huge difference. We've seen a couple players slip. Strasburg again. Boy, he pushes hard.
Wow, he's still going.
He's still on his feet. Took a referee down.
He's got a murder of Silver Eagles on him, and
inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he just carried him.
1st and goal
all the
from
way
the
to the
5.
7. A 13-yard pickup on that play.
To the 7, 1st and goal.
Which puts him over the 200-yard mark for this game.
On 40 carries?
38.
Yeah. Kids earned it. 1st and goal, a chance for the Blackhawks to tie. They give it to Strasburg again right into the line, and he shoots the gap into the end zone.
Wow.
Well, that was all Strasburg that time.
That would be the Preston Strasburg show going on right here, folks.
This is the first drive of the second half, Bob, and they took up 5 minutes and 20 seconds. Almost half the quarter.
All running plays. Every one of them a running play.
And Strasburg gets his 4th touchdown.
10 runs by Strasburg, 1 by Romans. That was their series. And very effective as they are about to tie this football game.
Romans will attempt to tie it up with the extra point attempt.
And he'll get her.
Got plenty of that, and we're tied at 28.
Well, I know we're rooting for the home team here, Steve, but this has really been an entertaining football game.
Yes, it has. Two tough teams. Both teams' offense is really clicking tonight. I think it's going to come down to who makes the big stop or gets a turnover towards the end.
Or a bad penalty or something like that.
Right, it's going to take some epic
sort
move.
of weird thing is going to have to happen to stop a drive here, it seems like. Hey, Steve, well, we got some downtime. I wanted to throw out both yours and mine. As sincere condolences as we can offer to our friend Kathy Neindorf-Welsh. Her husband and our good friend Tim Welsh passed away a couple of weeks ago. Very, very suddenly, a shock to all of us, actually. Tim, a terrific guy. I knew him for
really
a long
first
time.
rate.
Steve, you knew him even longer than I
Yeah,
did.
I knew Tim almost 40 years.
Yeah, and you've known Kathy for a long time.
Yep,
and
yep.
Kathy, a great gal, too. And it really a big loss. A lifelong East Sider, Tim, just about as solid a man as you'll ever have wanted to meet. We'll really miss Tim. I know you and I will, Steve.
One of their granddaughters, an MG student, Sammy Taylor. So our condolences to the family. All right, Capu picking it up inside the 20-yard line and out across the 30 and stop near the 35-yard line.
You did say Sepu, didn't you?
I did say Sapu.
Okay.
Got it right that time.
Thumbs up. Oh, we got a Silver Eagle down, it looks like.
That's number 26.
Ooh, that's not a guy we want to lose. That's
No,
Taylor Duncan.
Yep.
That's not a guy we want to use.
5'9", 160-pound junior linebacker.
Yep, Taylor Duncan, 51 tackles this year, 2 sacks, third on the team in tackles. Also played some offense, scored a few touchdowns.
Yeah, he scored 3 touchdowns rushing so far. Just a short yardage back, but he's a tough little kid.
Yeah, that's who it is, Taylor Duncan.
6:33 to play in the half, or in the quarter. Tied at 28 against the Blackhawks.
Duncan just a junior and only 5'9" and 160, but he plays a lot bigger than that.
Silver Eagles have a history of those small, tough linebackers. You know, they've had a few big hits there. He's up and trotting off the field.
He's trotting like he might have a cramp. That's good. Let me take a look. I'm sure they'll sit him down on the trainer's table or on the bench here. Take a good look at him.
He's cleaning his cleats right now, but then they'll look at him. I think he's going to be just fine.
Yeah.
All right, Silver Eagle offense back out on the field, 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Ing and Herniak split to the near side.
Monona needs to answer here.
The handoff to Thompson. Thompson, a little running room
Needs a
across
block.
the 40.
He got the block.
45
he
and out of
slipped and
bounds
fell.
near the 50-yard line. A little upset.
Slipped making his cut. Got enough for the first down. That turns into an about 11-yard. Oh, are they not going to? No, they're going to say he didn't quite get there. Hit the ground first. So a 9-yard pickup, 2nd and 1.
Nice run by Jackson Thompson.
He
Boy,
got the block he needed, I believe, from the Herniak
It's
out
about
there.
as close to a first down as you can get, though. The handoff to Thompson again. This time he's got the first down as he powers his way out to the 48-yard line.
Gang tackled there. Emmerich, of course, on the tackle.
3-yard pickup, 4-yard pickup for Jackson Thompson. The ball out close to the 49-yard line. Let's call it 48.
Thompson, 31 carries for 186 yards and 2 scores last week in the win over Stoughton.
Ogden with the keeper. Slings it out
beautiful.
to Kelsey across the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Kelsey could score if he's got one man to beat. Cuts it back in.
He's going to go in.
Touchdown!
Yep.
Mitch Kelsey is second of the game from 52 yards.
That was just a terrific play. Terrific play. Loved the looks of that play. The fake run by Ogden. Ogden's, I'm sure, got the option. He can keep the ball and run it, or he can drop the ball off if he sees a guy coming up on him, and he's found Kelsey. Kelsey wide open. Then Kelsey finishes the job going 53 yards for the touchdown.
Now you've got a Silver Eagle slow to get up. That's Colin Larsh, but he appears to be fine. We need him to kick the extra points.
And how about Alec Ogden throwing his 4th touchdown pass of the night here?
Yeah, that young man has really matured as a quarterback this year.
So Larsh was down. Do they actually have to take him out for a play, even
That's
though this is an extra point kick?
That's what I'm wondering.
It's a special teams play. It's not a team. It's not a play where the clock is running.
I have to admit,
I'm not sure how that plays out. And if he's not going to be able to kick it, they'll probably go for 2.
It's not a bad strategy at this point.
Yeah, and they're talking to the offense right now. I think they're going to go for 2. Because they're going to make Larsh leave the field. I don't know what the rule is on that, but clearly it must be that they have to sit out a play no matter what.
All right, the Silver Eagles taking the 34-28 lead on a 52-yard Ogden pass to Mitch Kelsey.
Well, they didn't use a timeout, and they are taking their time getting out onto the field, so let's see what happens.
Silver Eagles line up to go for 2.
A little drop off to Kelsey here in the middle of the field. Probably not a bad idea.
Ogden looking to throw.
Inside pitch, and it went to Kelsey, I think. Yep, he's in for the 2-pointer.
Kelsey with the 2-pointer after the long touchdown.
Little inside pass there. Give Alec Ogden. It doesn't count toward his stats, but another completion to Kelsey tonight.
Kelsey is a strong weapon.
And that's a quick answer to the Fort Atkinson touchdown.
36-28. Strategy to go for 2 when your kicker's on the bench really paid off there, because now that puts some pressure on the Blackhawks. Hopefully Colin Larsh is ready to kick.
We were talking about, well, what's it going to take to win this game? And maybe that 2-point conversion is what it's going to take. Maybe that makes the difference by 1 point. If Fort Atkinson scores again, they have to seriously consider going for 2. If they don't make it, that can make a big difference in this football game.
So, Bob, you've talked about possession and how many plays the Blackhawks have run. That drive by the Silver Eagle took all of 38 seconds.
Well, you get that 53-yard touchdown pass. That kind of helps.
Boy, Alec Ogden just having a superb night tonight.
I just love the way that play looked, the way that was executed.
Oh,
that was
into the
just
run.
Gorgeous. Kelsey got a little block on the outside and showed excellent speed down the sidelines. Looked like they were going to try to push him out of bounds inside the 5. He just cut it back in and drove for the touchdown.
The cutback made the difference. And now Colin Larsh well enough to kick this one off. 3 Blackhawks deep for the Fort Atkinson side. High kick down the center. This is taken by O'Brien. Inside the 5. Straight up the middle of the field. Got a little running room, but staggers across the 30-yard line. Decent enough return.
And an unusual occurrence at a Monona Grove game this year, an actual kickoff return. And a pretty good one.
Yeah, I was going to say return for good yardage.
Unfortunately, it was a pretty good one, too.
They're going to put the ball at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10 for Fort Atkinson. 36-28, the Silver Eagles lead. Here on WVMO, the voice of Monona. 98.7, just a little above normal. First and 10 for the Blackhawks. The Silver Eagle defense needs to step up here. If we could get a punt on this possession,
yeah,
I think
they actually
take control of the game.
You can't let them grind out another touchdown like that.
Strasburg again. Strasburg bounces off the line. Hit near the 35-yard line and pushed back.
Yeah,
a short gain.
Just buried there after a short game. A.J. Klee in on the tackle, as was Quincy DiLoretto.
So maybe a 3-yard pickup on that one. 2nd and 7.
He hasn't he's only had about 3 or 4 runs over 10 yards tonight, and his long run is 18. But he's still run for over 200 yards. So, he's earning every yard of it.
Yeah, he's a scrapper. 2nd down for the Blackhawks. Roman's looking to throw right side. Calhoun off his hands.
Ooh. That pass was just a little bit behind the intended receiver there. If he'd have come hit him a little bit more in stride, that could have been a big problem. Larsh on the coverage, but 13, whatever his name might be.
Calhoun, I told you.
Had a lot of open running room if he came down with that ball.
All right, big play here, 3rd and 7.
Yeah, MG's defense needs a stop.
The ball at the 36-yard line of Fort Atkinson. A little confusion here amongst the wide receivers. Edwards and O'Brien flip-flopping sides. Strasburg in the backfield aside Romans. Romans looking to throw over the middle, wide open.
Wow.
And a 1st down. Who was that? 82, the tight end. Jordan Crandall.
Boy, how many catches has he got this year? Is that one now?
Jordan Crandall, let me look. It's a first down at the 38-yard line. Let's see, Jordan Crandall, that's his second catch.
Okay.
He had 1 for 7 yards earlier this
Wow,
season.
he was wide open down the middle on that play. And a big first down for Fort Atkinson.
Yeah, that would have been a stop for the Silver Eagles they really needed, but instead Fort Atkinson converts the third down, as they had most of the time tonight.
Plus, it puts them into 4-down territory on this side of the field. Oh, so close to a pick.
Almost a pick there.
That was Larsh.
Yep.
Pass just a little high and just a trifle behind Connor O'Brien. Boy, if Larsh could have got there 1 second earlier, he might have come away with that one. But
And
regardless,
open
good
field ahead
defense.
of him. 2nd and 10 for the Blackhawks now. Ball at the 38-yard line of Monona Grove.
Good D by Colin Larsh on that play. Right there.
Edwards in motion. The pitch to Strasburg, right side.
There's holding
Little
up there.
running room, all sorts of running room. Now he cuts it back to the left, inside the 25. Still on his feet inside the 20 to the 15-yard line before he's finally dragged down.
He's a good runner, but there was obvious holding by the right tackle out on the right side of the line there as Strasburg made his cut up field. I mean, just obvious holding that the referees completely missed the play.
4.5 minutes left.
25-yard gain after that hold.
Biggest run of the night for Strasburg. Puts him well over 200 now. 4:23 and counting. Left in the third quarter. A 36-28 MG lead, but Fort Atkinson threatening. The pitch to Strasburg again. This same play as last time. He spins out of one tackle. Gets down near the 5.
Did the ball come loose? I
And
think
the
the ball
Silver
might have
Eagles are
come out.
signaling they
Let's
got
see
it.
what happens. Oh, they're going to say he's down by contact. The ball did come out, but it must have come out after he hit the ground.
Ball spotted at the 10-yard line. 2nd and 8. 3:50 to play in the third quarter. Roman's getting signals from the sideline. They've only got a couple of plays. Most of them involve giving the ball to Strasburg and getting out of his way.
Yeah. Can you think of a better one?
There's Strasburg again, left side off
He's
tackle
gonna go in.
into the end zone.
Maroney just not going to be able to get him down. That's a touchdown.
8 yards out. Strasburg,
10.
his fifth, 10 yards out, his 5th touchdown of the night.
Wow. How impressive is this kid been so far?
Yeah, this is really. I know he had 400 yards in that other game, but here he's playing a different defense.
That's right. That was against Portage, who's not exactly had the strongest defense in the Badger Conference for the last, since they came into the Badger Conference.
All right, going for 2. They give it to Strasburg.
He's in.
And he's in to tie it at 36.
Wow. Jeez.
So
Wow.
Strasburg with 32 of their 36 points. Yeah.
I got to tell you, just a dominant performance by that running back and the Fort Atkinson offensive line, frankly. I mean, he's not doing it by himself. A lot of his yards are coming in short bursts, and their offensive line is just getting a lot of traction against the Monona Grove defense.
Well, not counting that 2-point conversion, how many carries have you got Strasburg for?
I'm going to let him know. I'll let you know when he gets to 50. It won't be long.
Okay, fair enough. 3:17 to play in the third quarter, a 36-36 game. Boy, I expected a fairly high-scoring game, Bob, but I didn't expect a basketball score like this. We've still got 15 minutes plus of football to play.
Well, I just got a text from my best gal, Nancy, who's watching the game on YouTube, folks.
She's a peach. I love Nancy.
And her text is, boy, the camera work tonight is very good, almost like real TV football. How about that?
She didn't comment on the announcing, did she?
No, she knows better.
She knows us well enough. All right, Roman's ready to kick off. Silver Eagles with Kapu and Naherniak deep. Although the last couple times they've kicked that knuckleball.
I wouldn't be surprised to see it again. Yeah, they want to keep it away from Naherniak, but
Kapu's going to take it at the 12.
Sapu
Sapu.
Oh,
Dang it.
So close. Yeah,
It's out across the 30.
one tackle away from possibly getting that up to the second level. Still pretty good field position for MG.
Sapu. God. All right, 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of Monona Grove. The Silver Eagles taking over. They've hardly had the ball at all this quarter. They've run 3 offensive plays and a 2-point conversion.
Smacks of the first quarter.
Ogden gives it to Thompson. Thompson out to the 35-yard line. 3-yard pickup makes it 2nd and 7, under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Jackson Thompson also the featured back in this spread offense for Monona Grove. He's carried the ball 16 times.
2nd down. Jackson, no.
Oh,
Ogden on
Ogden.
the keeper. Some running room and slides for the first down
See
near
where
the
they mark that,
45-yard
because they'll
line.
mark it where he begins his slide, not where he ends up.
They're going to give him the first down, Bob.
Yep, they're moving the chains.
Out
That's
to the
good.
44-yard line.
That's good. I like
Yeah,
the call there.
First and 10 for the Silver Eagles. The handoff to Thompson. Left side, fighting his way near the 50.
Thompson, just a junior this year in his first extended varsity action. At the start of the season, he was hitting that line as fast as he could. You'll notice, Steve, that as the season's gone on, he's taken a second to kind of evaluate where the hole is, and he's making a lot bigger chunks of yardage.
6-yard gain on that play, 2nd and 4. He takes it again. Into the line, he might have got 2 on that one. We'll see what kind of spot we get. And they'll mark it at the 49-yard line of Fort Atkinson. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Sapau split out wide to this side. I believe that's Ing next to him. Ogden again with the keeper across the 40, 35, 30, and brought down inside the 30-yard line.
Now, where have we seen that play before, Steve? Do you remember?
Aaron Kondrasik.
No, we've seen it more recently than that.
Oh, Tyler Blang.
Tyler Blang, that was bread and butter. Tyler Blang went for over 1,000 yards running that play in the 2013 state championship season.
Handoff to Thompson.
Nice
Spins out of a
spin move.
tackle and gets down close to the 25-yard line.
That had a little Torrin Young to it. Remember how many times we saw Torrin Young do that?
The Tornado. Minute 20 to play in the third quarter. The Silver Eagles threatening now as they're down to the 26-yard line of Fort Atkinson. 2nd and 7. Ogden calling the signals. He'll give it to Thompson again.
No, he kept it.
No, he kept
Yep,
it.
just went left that time.
Inside the 20-yard line, close to a first down. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Boy, 3rd and minimal is what it is.
No, they're calling
moving
it first down.
Okay,
That's
good.
how close it was.
I think they should have. That was a good call.
1st and 10 from the 18-yard line of Fort Atkinson. The Silver Eagles trying to get it back with less than a minute to play in the third quarter.
This is the first game we've seen the Monona Grove coaching staff dust off that play for Alec Ogden.
Thompson. Ooh, not much there.
No, good defense, and I'm
He
sure
got slammed again
I'm
by
sure
some linebacker.
Emmerich was in on that one again. He's their leading tackler and an all-conference performer.
Thompson almost losing his jersey there. He's been taking a good beating this game, too. Not as many carries as Strasburg, but he's worked hard. Takes it into the line yet again.
Yeah, that one
And close to the 15.
came hard. A blitzing linebacker came hard that time. Got penetration, kind of broke that play up. Ogden trying to do that same fake handoff to Thompson and keep it himself. Wasn't able to get loose.
And, Bob, that's the last play of the third quarter. The teams will rehuddle and start again with a fresh 12 minutes on the clock, tied at 36. Well,
I got to tell you, like I said, I want Monona Grove to win, but boy, this has been a fun game.
the last time the Blackhawks beat the Silver Eagles was 1996 when they won 30-6. Then there was a stretch of 11 years when the two teams didn't play. Fort Atkinson was in the, Southern Lakes Conference?
Fort, yeah. Where did they go? Yeah, they went and played.
They had Jefferson.
Or were they in Rock Valley? They might have been in the Rock Valley.
They might have been in Rock Valley
Conference,
before reforming in Badger South Badger Conference in 2008. Since 2008, the Silver Eagles have beat them 8 straight times.
Yeah, and it hasn't been close, most of them. There's been a couple of 3-point games, but beyond that, Monona just rolled points up on Fort Atkinson. They've outscored them 287-76 since they've come back into the Badger Conference.
There's a stretch 2009, 10, and 11. They outscored Fort Atkinson 123-14.
We're going to go back to 1976. Ask me how we did against Fort Atkinson.
Ooh, I remember going to that game, Bob, down in Fort Atkinson.
Yes, it was.
How'd you do against them in that game,
We
Bob?
lost in overtime, Steve. Cost us the league title.
Was it not a 3-point game is all?
It was a 6-point game, as it turned out. But, yeah, that was a shame. It's a tough loss. They had the lead late. They scored with 30 seconds to play to tie it up, and we lost it in overtime.
Well, last year the Silver Eagles beat Fort Atkinson 24-21. Torin Young with 2 touchdowns in that game.
It's funny that you mentioned that you went to that game, Steve, because I do remember looking up in the stands at one point during that game, never seeing so many MG people at an away game.
Nice pass there to number 4.
Thompson's going to go in. Get it in.
Thompson,
boy.
from 15 yards out.
Another
touchdown pass for Alec Ogden.
And Thompson, his first touchdown reception of the year. Does he have any receptions coming into this game, Steve?
Let me check here. I don't believe he does. No, first touchdown reception, first reception,
period, for him, and his first touchdown receiving as well. Nice little dump-off pass over the outstretched hands of the defender. Thompson does the rest of the work, and it's 5 touchdown passes tonight for Alec Ogden, and I believe that does tie the Monona Grove record.
And Colin Larsh makes it a 43-36 MG lead. What a game.
Wow. I guess we could call this a shootout.
Yeah,
Would this be the definition of a shootout, Steve?
This is a basketball game, Bob. I've seen
we
score fewer points in basketball
and win. I've seen Monona Grove win games 43-36 in overtime.
Oh, mercy. What a game.
What a great game.
Alec Ogden just on fire tonight. 5 touchdown passes. What is he pass-wise? I mean, attempts and completions.
10 for 12, Steve, and I'll try to get
so
a
he's
yardage.
completed 10 passes,
Yeah.
half of them for touchdowns.
I'll try to get you a yardage total here in a second.
Just incredible. I mean, a couple outstanding performances tonight. Alec Ogden and his bevy of wide receivers, and then Preston Strasburg creeping up on 50 carries and well over 200 yards.
227 yards passing for Ogden tonight, to go with his 5 touchdowns.
And he's run the ball well, too, especially in second half here.
5 carries, 52 yards tonight for Alec Ogden. And, of course, his big carry was on the snap over his head that he picked up and turned into instead of a 5-yard loss, a 20-yard gain. And then what did we see on the next play? That's right. We saw
a long pass to
touchdown
Herniak.
pass to Herniak.
Put them on their heels, and Herniak made them pay.
Like former running back, Monona Grove's Matt
Bash.
There you go.
Larsh's kick, a line drive that'll make the end zone. So with 11:51 to play in the game, the Blackhawks will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20, 43-36.
I'm telling you, folks, if you're listening to us on the radio, that's great. Get your computer booted up and watch this on YouTube as well. This has really been a fantastic football game.
Monona Community Media Channel carries all the YouTube or all the MG games. There's an archive of past games, too, if you don't get enough of me and Bob on most Friday nights. Every other Friday night during this season, you can watch our archived games. Some of them go back several years, Bob, when we were really good. Well, you and I, not the team. The team was good, but I mean,
I like to see. I like to think we get better most years, but I think we're kind of on a plateau, to be honest with you.
Strasburg again.
Well, now that's a little bit more like
that's
it.
Better.
Met at the line of scrimmage. Who was that? That was number 26, our boy Taylor Duncan.
Duncan, who limped off earlier. Back in there with a vengeance.
Yeah, met Strasburg at the line, stood him up. They'll give him a yard gain, but he was lucky to get that.
Duncan giving up 40 pounds to Strasburg, and he won that battle. There he is right there on your screen. He's one tough kid.
He is a tough kid. Good speed. Next year, he's going to fill out a little bit more, and he is going to be one tough cookie back
2nd
there.
and 9. Roman's looking to throw. Right side.
Oh, he did make the catch. Nice grab. Pretty good coverage by
Larsh
Larsh.
on top of that.
But that's
yeah.
a nice catch by O'Brien. You got to give him credit. He hauled that baby in.
First down for the Blackhawks, out to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Romans has not had a bad game himself. 10 for 15 on the night, but exactly 0 touchdown passes. Although some other kids got 5 touchdowns for Fort Atkinson.
Yeah,
tonight.
that Strasburg is some player. 10:55 to play in the game. Silver Eagles up by 8. Strasburg the handoff again. Strasburg cutting through some players. About a 5-yard pickup on that one.
Yeah, Taylor Duncan again in on that tackle.
Well, at some point, Bob, these linemen have got to be getting tired, both sides of the ball.
You'd think so, but on the offensive line, it's so much easier. I mean, you don't get so tired because you know where the play is going, you know where the snap is, you know who you're going to hit. The defense just is all reaction. Not they don't know anything, so it's chase. It's
Edwards on the
tiring.
jet sweep, pushing ahead close to the first down. He might have gotten that. They had Edwards stopped on that sweep at the line of scrimmage, but he managed to keep
They're going to be a little
weaseling
short.
his way
I
ahead.
think,
Yeah, a
Steve.
little short. Call it 3rd and 1. The ball at the 43-yard line. The one official signaling the first down.
Well, I
The
guess.
guy with the white hat and his
Yeah.
vote kind of counts.
Okay, well, let me change my total for this Edwards character, as Bugs Bunny might say.
1st and 10 for the Blackhawks. 10
character.
minutes to play. Do you like it when Bugs dresses up like a woman?
Who doesn't?
Roman's calling the
Especially when Elmer
signals.
Fudd was had his eye out for him.
Strasburg still on his
Just
feet.
breaks tackle after tackle.
Now he's pushed back about a 4 or 5 yard pickup as he got close to the 50 but couldn't quite cross it.
Tyrese Ostrowski looked like he had him wrapped up, and he just drove right through.
They'll mark the ball at the 48-yard line. 9.5 minutes to play in the game.
Another 4-yard gain for him.
Our defense has got to get a stop here.
Strasburg's at 257 yards, and he's getting it about 4 or 5 yards at a time, it seems.
And he doesn't
like.
have his 50 carries yet?
I'll let you know.
Tease. Such a tease. Strasburg again.
Nope.
No, Roman's on the keeper. Across the 50, across the 45, into MG territory, down to the 43-yard line.
10 more yards by Romans. Boy, I got to tell you, all these carries by Strasburg certainly does set up the fake to Strasburg and handing it off to somebody else, that's for sure.
Roman's carrying the ball only 6 times coming into tonight's game. He must have almost that many carries
He's
tonight.
got 3 carries tonight.
3 is all?
Yep.
Feels like more. The ball at the 43-yard
Probably
line.
because Strasburg's carried the ball so many times that anytime another guy carries it, it counts for 3 or
Yeah.
something like that.
O'Brien's put out wide to this sideline. Roman's calling the signals. He'll give it to Strasburg again. Strasburg picking his way into the line. Stood up, stopped short of the 40.
That's some hard yardage. Let's see if I can. Quincy DiLoretto on the tackle there.
3-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 7 now. 8.5 minutes to play. The clock going to play into this pretty soon here. Blackhawks up to the line in a hurry. Roman's calling the signals. Throws it right side for O'Brien. Through his hands.
First
The
of all,
defensive back had slipped.
yeah, he had Larsh on him. Larsh slipped, so O'Brien wide open, and for some reason O'Brien jumped, and he jumped way too early.
Yes.
As he's coming down, the ball got to him, and he just could not haul it in. And that's a
Now-
break for Monona Grove because
now-
he was by himself.
This is a huge 3rd down play. 3rd and 7. The ball at the 41-yard line of Monona Grove.
They're going to need 2 big defensive plays because I think Fort, if they don't make this, maybe the 7 yards, they might do that quick kick business.
Roman's looking to throw over the middle.
Wide open.
Complete to the tight end again. Jordan Crandall.
Oh, he might score.
Crandall
He's
will
going to
score.
40 yards out.
41, actually. Scoreboard's wrong.
Oh, that scoreboard.
Wow. So with 8:05, Fort Atkinson down by 2 now.
Down by 1. A 41-yard touchdown pass, and somebody has scored a touchdown other than a guy named Strasburg. Wow. Well, that was easy. 3rd down and 7. 41-yard touchdown pass to a little used Jordan Crandall, who is now caught 2 passes tonight, which doubles the number he had coming in for the season.
So Romans will attempt to tie it up. And we are tied at 43. What a game, Bob.
Well, we've never seen anything like this out here,
86
Steve.
points put up between these two teams, and we're not done.
It would not surprise me a bit to know that this is the most points scored by both teams combined in a Monona Grove football league.
Yeah, I have to say I don't have those figures in front of me, but I'd be curious to know if this was the most. 86 points.
And it's not over, folks.
There's 8 minutes
to play.
We've got 2/3 of the fourth quarter to play yet. Holy cow.
We could see 2 or 3 more scores, maybe by each team. You never know.
First one to 100 wins.
That's what it kind of reminds me of, playing basketball in the driveway and you just play to 100.
Yeah. No, that's because your family could shoot. My family played to 7. My goodness, what a game. Tied at 43 now with 8:05 to play. Silver Eagles will get the ball back, which is good. Roman's ready to kick again. He's done a knuckleball the last couple times. I wouldn't be surprised to see it again. Sapu and Herniak deep for the Silver Eagles. There's that knuckler up the middle. Silver Eagle picks it up. I think this is Duncan.
Yeah, it might be Langer, actually, over there. That might be Frankie Langer. Yeah, I think that's who it was, Steve. It was Frankie Langer. Number 2.
Gets it out to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles.
Langer's second return of the night.
That's right. 8 minutes exactly.
Plus he fell on that one that went off somebody's hand, that first squib kick they tried. So Frankie Langer very active on the kickoff return team tonight.
You didn't want that last cookie, did you?
Nah, we'll give it to Justin or whoever grabs it first, snaps it up.
Frankie Langer with 1 return coming into tonight's game. The handoff to Thompson. Thompson across the 40, still on his feet. Nice hard run. About a 5-yard pickup. 6 yards. See what kind of a spot we get. The ball out to the 44-yard line. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 4. Handoff to Thompson again.
Ball came loose. Hopefully Monona Grove's going to fall on that. If they do, it's a first down. Come on, Monona.
This is huge.
Let's see who's got it.
Signaling.
Let's see who's got it. Kelsey says it's Monona. Fort Atkinson guy, of course, says no. And it is Monona's, and that's going to be a first down. What a break.
That was huge. That was huge.
Yeah, Thompson hit almost right away. Ball squirted free, squirted forward, and I don't know who fell on it, but they just gave Monona Grove a first down.
The ball out to the 48-yard line of MG. 7.5 minutes to play.
Surprised we haven't seen a little bit more of that ball being put on the ground tonight. It's wet out there.
Yeah, that's what, the second fumble?
That's the only second one I remember going onto the ground.
Third one, Ing had it taken away from him.
Yeah, second fumble for Monona.
Oh, high snap. Ogden brings it down, looking to throw deep.
Wide
He's
open
got
again.
2 guys open.
Kelsey takes it.
Kelsey inside the 10-yard line.
Ing and Kelsey both in the neighborhood there. Kelsey being the aggressive one, went after it.
Well, Kelsey's 6'3". He's going to win that jump ball every time.
Kelsey just having his best game by far catching the football this year. Another great play. 41 yards on the pass completion to Mitch Kelsey. And how about Alec Ogden picking up that ball after it pops out of his hands, makes a nice pass. And how about the protection?
Thompson hit at the line and pushed back. He might have lost the yard. It was first and goal from the 8.
You're going to find Emmerich on that tackle, boy. He hit Thompson immediately, and that was the end of that run.
They give him the line of scrimmage on that one. 2nd and goal from the 8. 6:50 to play in the game. Silver Eagles threatening to go up. Ogden, a little screen pass there.
Kelsey unable to come up with it. Just a little short tight end pass.
That's about the only time tonight Mitch Kelsey hasn't delivered. Kelsey with 2 touchdowns already and that huge pass just a minute ago. 3rd and goal from the 8.
All right. Just can't get too excited. Got to stay calm down here. Find that open receiver. And that's offside. That's encroachment, so that's 4 yards closer.
Yeah, that's
that'll go
half
half the distance.
3rd and goal from the 4 is much better.
Yeah, you can start thinking about maybe calling a different play.
And it puts some doubt in the defensive mind, too. 3rd and goal from the 8, you're thinking pass. Now there's some question.
Yeah, now the defense has got to think about it.
Rain continues to fall,
Yeah,
light
could go
rain.
either way here. And that's going to go to Kelsey, but they had that one sniffed out.
Yep. Kelsey on that little rollout.
All right, what do you do here, Steve? Do you kick that field goal?
Boy,
you
I'm
got a
tempted
great
to
field
go
goal
for it,
kicker,
yeah.
and you give them the lead. Where are they at? Did they gain anything on that pass completion?
No, they mark it 4th and 4.
So I'm taking the field goal. I'm down here. I got to get points. You can't come away with 0 here.
And that's what it looks like.
I think the defense, unfortunately, has not shown enough backbone tonight where you can say, all right, we can go for it. We don't make it. The defense will get a hold. We don't know that tonight. They haven't gotten one.
So Colin Larsh looking for the game-winning field goal here. Under 6 minutes to play. This could be the difference if he can make this. Not a long kick. 20-yarder.
Line drive.
Hammers
And he missed it.
And he missed it.
All right, well, they came away with 0, unfortunately. And that's surprising to me, honestly, as
Colin
well as
doesn't
Larsh
miss
has kicked this
any
year.
like that.
Yeah, but that was just a line drive kick pulled to the left.
So the Blackhawks will take over 1st and 10 from the 4-yard line.
Boy, a good
5:45 to play.
Good drive, just snuffed out, comes up empty, and that could be huge with 5:45 left in the game, Steve. Score tied at 43 in the way that the Blackhawks have run the football tonight. They could put together a pretty long time-consuming drive, and they have a pretty fair field goal kicker themselves.
I forgot that they get the ball at the point of the kick, so it's 1st and 10 from their 20, not the 4.
Right.
So they'd have been better off to go for it.
Well,
and,
as it
and
turns
fail.
out, I had no problem with that decision. I
No,
expected
it made
Larsh to
sense.
make that kick. That was an extra point.
Now the defense has to come up. They give us to Strasburg. What a surprise. Strasburg into the line. Only a couple there.
Doing a little nicer job, it looks like, on defense with Strasburg. He's not quite getting the yardage he was getting earlier.
Well, you got to think he's getting a little worn down. He can't be stepping quite as highly as he was before.
Yeah, he doesn't. We'll see. Let's just see.
2-yard
I
pickup on that play.
Wouldn't put anything past him as far as where he is fatigue-wise.
2nd and 8. Roman slings
That could
it out.
be picked. Oh.
Larsh grabs Edwards, hauls him backwards. Where's the whistle? There it is.
Short gain. Won't be enough for the first down. Not even close. Larsh right there for the tackle. I thought the way that ball floated, I thought maybe Colin would be able to get there for it.
3rd and 3 now.
Gave him about 5 on the play. All right,
the MG student section on their feet.
Yeah, both stands making some noise here.
Biggest play of the game so far. Romans with the carry. Romans, I think he's got enough for the first down. He fell across the 30.
If he fell across the 30, he's got it, and that's where they're marking it, so that's enough for the first down.
1st and 10 Blackhawks. 4:32 to play, 43-43. Wow. What a battle this has been.
4.5 minutes to go.
Romans calling the signals. Give us to Strasburg, into the line. Strasburg across the 35-yard line, close to the 40.
Strasburg takes that handoff, and then he puts it into his ball-carrying arm a little high. If they can get some penetration, hit him as he's doing that, they could easily knock that ball loose.
The ball to the 37-yard line of Fort Atkinson. 2nd and 4.
Oops, damn it.
Not 50 yet.
I'll let you know.
Our viewers are waiting.
Yeah, no, I don't think they are. You are.
Strasburg again. Into the line, out near the 40-yard line.
It's going to be close to a first down.
Yep.
They just really needed to get to the 41. They're going to mark that a little short.
About half a yard short, 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1.
All right, that's 50, Steve.
That's 50. How many yards?
271.
Wow.
So if you think about that, I mean, it's
I
about
am.
5.4 a carry.
5.42.
5.4 yards a carry. 50 times.
50 times. Yeah. 5.4 is hard enough. Doing it 50 times.
50 times. I mean, it's not like he's getting 5.4 on every carry, but if you're carry the ball 50 times, averaging 5.4, you're taking a heck of a lot of hits.
Yep.
A lot of hits. And it's not like he runs for 5 yards and then they hit him. That's not the way it works.
No. All right, they are going to measure this. He was that close to the first down.
Oh, they're going to measure.
Sense they're going to be a little short.
Boy,
Maybe not.
The official on this side had that marked a lot shorter than that. He's got the first.
Yep.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, the official on our side, the near side here, Steve, marked that inside the 41-yard line. And these guys on the far side marked it right at the 41-yard line.
So that bumps his average up to 5.44.
Woohoo! Oh, that's easier now. I understand it. 5.44, 50 carries. That's not that big a deal. It's not like you're taking many hits.
Right.
That's
First
easy.
and 10, 3:25 to play in the game. Strasburg again.
Oh, they got him behind the line. Hang on.
Oh, my goodness. What a hit there by number 35. No, it wasn't 35.
25. Tyrese Ostrowski.
What a hit. Strasburg goes backwards for only the second time tonight and loses 4 yards on the play.
That was the initial contact was made by number 66, Nick Kimball. Nick Kimball was one that had him by the legs and set him up for the hit by Ostrowski.
Ostrowski just brought the hammer. 2nd and 14.
We'll throw it.
Romans trying to go over the middle, incomplete.
Nice coverage again. Boy, they're really, really concentrating on what's his face over there?
O'Brien.
Yeah, Connor O'Brien. They've been throwing the ball to him a lot. Larsh has had good coverage. O'Brien's still a pretty good game. 5 catches tonight. Came in with only 11 for the season.
All right, 3rd and 14. Biggest play of the game.
Now we need to
2:38
stop.
to play.
Now, the defense has forced 2 punts tonight. They need to force a third with the tie in place and only 2.5 minutes to play in the game. This is a very big play for the Monona Grove defense. A stop here forces a punt. Even if they give them 10 yards, they're going to have to punt.
This is not an area where you can count on Strasburg
No, they
to run for it.
better
They've
keep
gotta
an eye
throw
on
the
number
ball.
82 here. And he's open down the sideline right here. That's a first down. Dang it.
Crandall again down to the MG 42-yard line.
They let him get free. They had coverage. He was not the intended receiver. He was just running his pattern off to the side, and then he just drifted down the sideline and got wide open. 21-yard gain, and this Crandall kid came in with 1 catch, has 3 catches tonight for 84 yards and a
Definitely
touchdown.
his best game, because that 1 catch he caught previous tonight was only for 7 yards. So 2:15 and counting to play. Fort Atkinson threatening now from the MG 42-yard line. Strasburg the handoff. Into the line.
This could be
trouble.
trouble.
No, he's got some running room.
This could be trouble.
Strasburg
Maroney is after him here. Has he got
inside
enough?
the 10.
He did catch
They
him.
brought him down.
This looks poor for Monona Grove.
Under 2 minutes to play. The clock is stopped.
That third down conversion was just, you guys. That was a backbreaker, that third down conversion.
Yeah, big run there by Strasburg.
30-yard gain, his longest run of the game, puts him over 300 yards in this game, up to go with his 5 scores.
First and goal from the 7-yard line.
In case you weren't listening, 300 yards, that's not his best game of the year so far.
That's right. The second time over 200. But
Third time over 200, second
That's
time
right.
over 300.
Romans calling the signals. Fort Atkinson looking to take the lead here.
Running
in the fourth
clock,
quarter.
too. Running clock. Monona's going to have to start thinking about stopping the clock.
Strasburg spin move.
All right, they kept him out of the end zone, but I think he broke the inside the 5 here. They're going to mark it at the 4, 3-yard gain.
Timeout called by the Silver Eagles. Minute 29 to play.
Did you notice on his 30-yard run, one of the Fort Atkinson players about 5 yards downfield, as soon as he saw Strasburg break into the defensive backfield, he threw his arms up signaling a touchdown because he'd seen it before, and he was absolutely sure he was going to score, and frankly, I thought he was too.
I was too.
Hunter Maroney did a nice job of dragging him down before he got to the end zone.
That was the best run of the night for Preston Strasburg because he broke a couple tackles and then got outside and outran some guys. Minute 29 to play. The game tied at 43. Fort Atkinson, 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
Oh, I believe Preston Strasburg is going to be. We might be seeing his name as the Offensive Player of the Year this year. He's really impressed me tonight. And add that to the fact that he's carried the ball 53 times. I don't know what the record is for carries in a game by a single player, but it's got to be top 10 anyway.
Well, Bob, I gotta guess that he's going to get it at least once more here.
Oh, and at least once. Wow, you almost want him to score fast. All you can do is hope for a stop, force them into the same position MG was forced into, and hope they miss the field goal. No, it's Strasburg, and he's in. He's in.
His 6th touchdown of the night.
You know what that looked like? That kind of reminded me of that Packers Super Bowl against Denver where they just let Terrell Owens score so they could get the ball back.
Yeah.
So they didn't lose too much time off the clock. I mean, clearly Monona Grove did not let him score. He scored. He earned it, a 4-yard touchdown run, but that's just what it looked like.
His 6th touchdown of the night. What a game. We haven't seen many games like this out of a high school kid on this field.
Oh, you are not kidding. Other than Torrin Young, and Chad Worth had a game kind of like this way back when, and, boy, beyond that, we haven't seen anything like it.
Romans attempting to put the exclamation point on it, and it is 50-43.
What a game.
Yeah.
And it's not over. Monona Grove, there's a minute and a half left in this game, Steve. Monona Grove could score. They could tie this game.
Start of their first possession of the third quarter, they scored in 38 seconds.
They're going to be throwing the football,
which they do exceedingly well.
And Fort Atkinson knows it. But so far, the Monona Grove offensive line has done a tremendous. Well, I don't want to steal that word from a certain political candidate, but they've done a tremendous job tonight.
I think Coach Beckwith has a plan, Bob, and it's a good plan.
It's a good plan.
And he's not going to put it on his website.
No, because that would give it away. That'd be
want to share that
aiding
with
and
your
comforting
enemies.
the enemy.
Right.
So, but anyway.
Because Hillary's been against Fort Atkinson her entire life.
Anywho.
Once
again, we have digressed.
Yes.
But we're getting some laughs, and hopefully you folks are too. All in good fun.
This has been a fun game. I mean, we're trailing, but
MG is going to be throwing the ball. The Monona Grove offensive line has done a great job of protecting Ogden tonight, giving him the time he needs. There's serious speed on the side of the Monona Grove wide receivers. Also, they have their wild card, Mitch Kelsey, who can take that same speed and take it right down the middle of the field.
All right, Roman's ready to kick. Don't look for it to go that deep, because they're trying to keep the ball out of Herniak's hands.
They let it go out of bounds, guys. Yep.
There's the flag.
Yeah,
so
let's
we'll
take the
get
ball
good
40
position.
or so. 35-yard line, do they put it in high school or 40?
I'm not sure
like
where
that.
they spot it.
That's a penalty. I guess you could make them kick it again, but where are they going to place it?
Looks like the 40.
I like.
So
That's a big mistake by
minute 26 to play.
by Fort Atkinson. That's a big mistake by the kicker there.
Minute
Kicking that ball out
26,
of bounds.
60 yards to go. This is definitely doable. Alec Ogden's had a remarkable night tonight, a tremendous night.
True that.
And he's got some.
I'd like to interrupt you and say
weapons.
wrong, but I can't do it.
He's got some
That's
great
right.
weapons. I mean, Herniak, Kelsey, like we mentioned. They've got Sapao, Larish has had big games.
Well, they put it where the ball went out of bounds at the 39. Interesting.
Yes, all right. So we got to go 61
Whatever.
yards. We'll take it. Ogden looking to throw, swings out to Thompson. Across the 40, 50. Across the 50-yard line.
They got
and into
timeouts.
Fort
and
Atkinson territory.
The clock will stop to move the chains. Monona Grove's just going to hurry up to the line, just like they always do. Nice job.
Minute 21 to play. The chains are set. The clock has started to run. We're ready to play Ogden going back to the right side.
They did not get the first down, so the clock will run, so they got to hurry up to the line. Lots of time for Monona Grove here, over a minute to play.
9-yard pickup. Down to
who
minute
caught that
7.
one?
Ing.
Okay, thank you.
Nice possession catch there. Hand off to Thompson. Thompson has the first down and some running room.
So the clock
down
will
to the
stop
35-yard line.
Until they move the chains.
We're down to 54 seconds.
6-yard gain and a first down.
They got to tie it up, Bob. I want to see overtime on this one. It would only be appropriate, wouldn't it?
Let's see. They got time to do it. We still got 2 timeouts left.
Ogden looking to throw again. Left side.
He's got Naherniak wide open,
and he overthrows him. He led him by too much. Naherniak had a couple steps on his defender.
Yeah, he did. He had Naherniak wide open on the post pattern. He just threw it a little bit too far to the inside of the field.
That's
for
all right,
Naherniak to get
though.
it.
The incompletion stops the clock. 47 seconds left.
Yeah, if those two could have connected, I think we'd have a 50-49 game at the moment. They're giving the Monona receivers a lot of room. They're playing well off Sapu and Naherniak on this side.
Ogden looking to throw. Screen pass to Thompson.
It's not going to work.
Hit in the middle of the field.
And that's Emmerich. Of course that's Emmerich. Now they have to call a timeout. Yep.
Use that timeout with 41 seconds left.
Yeah.
The ball to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, they tipped that one a little bit quickly. The offensive line gave up their blocks pretty fast. Didn't have, in fact, Ogden did not have a lot of time to get rid of that ball to Thompson before the defenders were on him. So you got to, on a screen pass, you got to block for a beat before you give up that block.
Only a 1-yard gain on that one, but that's kind of insignificant. The important thing is we had to stop the clock with the timeout. Silver Eagles with 1 timeout remaining.
MG still in pretty good position to tie this game up. Got a few yards to make up, but the way they play offense, they still have plenty of time with 41 seconds to go.
Ogden, the quarterback. Thompson in the backfield alongside him. Naherniak split out wide to this side. What do we got?
Is Fort going to call a time?
Fort's calling a
timeout. Must not have liked the way things were looking on that side of the field, that's for sure.
Not sure.
If maybe they didn't have the coverage they wanted, they didn't have the matchup they wanted on the outside.
Sapu and Ning were split to the far side. I didn't see who was kind of a wing back. That might have been Kelsey. Naherniak was split to the near side. 41 seconds left, a 50-43 score. We've never seen anything like this out here. 93 points scored tonight, Bob, and we're going
for 100, Steve.
Yeah,
I need to see 100.
It could easily be 100.
So if Monona scores, do they go for 2, Steve?
It's a good question.
We'll see, huh? They got to score first. We'll worry about that after the 6.
Let's get them in the end zone first.
Yep.
What's the rule of thumb? You play for the tie at home and the win on the road?
Yep.
Thompson with the carry. No. Ogden rolling out. Now he'll tuck it in and run with the ball.
He's got to
get out of bounds, and
he does.
He does get out of bounds.
Did he get the first?
Near the 20-yard line.
There's no chains on this side, so he has no idea where he needs to get the first down. And he did get it. That's excellent. Give him a 9-yard pickup on that play. And Alec Ogden with the big run.
The ball placed at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. 33.8 seconds left. Ogden looking to throw, going over the middle.
Got Kelsey. No, that's not Kelsey. It's Sapu.
Sapu for a touchdown! Kyle Sapu with a touchdown and a chance to tie or take the lead with 28 seconds remaining.
Steve, how many times have we seen Mitch Kelsey do that right down the middle tonight? I was fooled. That was Kyle Sapu with hopefully the game-tying score. They'll be running Larsh out to take the extra point. How many yards was that one, Steve?
23 yards.
23 yards, 6 touchdown passes. I believe that is a new Monona Grove record for most touchdown passes in a game.
So Colin Larsh will attempt to score the 50th point, the 100th point of this game, Bob. 50-49 as it stands right now.
He's got it. We are tied.
100 points in a high school football game.
What a
50
football game.
to 50.
What a football game. Wow.
50 to 50.
This is unbelievable.
50 to 50.
This isn't a 50-50 raffle, folks.
50 to 50.
The score is actually 50 to 50. And we have just about 28 seconds left in this football game.
Holy moly.
And it's not over yet. All right, we're both thinking, oh, well, we're going to get to overtime. There's 28 seconds left in this game.
A lot can happen.
Oh, my goodness.
28 seconds, a lot can happen. Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, if I'm MG, I'm thinking about squibbing this thing right down the middle of the field. You never know what might happen.
Yeah, you don't want to take a chance. You want to maybe get the ball back.
And it might go off of Blackhawks' hands or something like that, and it could end up being a turnover, a Monona Grove recovery.
And a chance to take a couple shots to the end zone.
Absolutely.
Oh, my goodness. 50 to 50. 50 to 50.
I'd like to slam the Monona Grove defense tonight. I really can't. They've given up 50 points. But, man, this kid, Preston Strasburg, has had just an incredible football game.
And give a lot of credit to Romans.
Yeah.
He's had a great game.
The Fort Atkinson offense has played extremely well. 50 points, well, we'll see. But
no, Larsh is going to kick it into the end zone again.
Yep.
And they're going to take their chances with the long field.
I think Ford will just run out the clock. They'll snap the ball once, run out the clock, and we'll be going to overtime. After watching what they did at the end of the first half, I don't see Fort taking a shot here.
No, not the way they ended the half.
No.
50 to 50.
You're kind of stuck on that one, aren't you, Steve?
I didn't think I'd ever see such a thing.
So here. I just gave him a bump so we can get that record to stop skipping. Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, I got to say,
I hope Nancy's enjoying this.
I agree with you. I don't think I'd ever have thought I'd see the day where a Monona Grove football game would end in a 50 to 50 score. I could see 50 points by one team, but not both.
All right, MG defensive backs playing deep. They're going to give it to Strasburg and let him.
Oh, Larsh got caught inside, but Strasburg will go out.
22 and a half seconds left. Strasburg's got to be creeping up on.
Well, he's still got a little ways to
60
go.
60 carries, but.
Little ways to go, yeah, for him. But
jeez. 50 to 50.
Got 9 yards.
22 and a half seconds to play.
Game's not over yet.
The MG defensive backs are playing deep, so that wasn't a bad call there.
So they got 2nd and 1. They get a first down. They get stopped. The clock stopped. They have 2 timeouts left. We'll see what they do here.
Give us to Strasburg going left side. Has the first down and out near the 40-yard line.
And now they'll stop the clock to reset the chains.
14.6 seconds remaining. Silver Eagle defense doesn't have to be great. They just have to be good.
So now Fort's in a position where if they throw a deep pass, it's almost like a punt, so they can give it a shot.
Romans hasn't gone downfield that deep yet tonight. He's had a few mid-range passes.
Nope, they're
just
going to keep running it.
Again. They're hoping the big guy can break it.
Like that, for instance?
Gets across the 50-yard line. There's a late flag. That's going to be a hit on the Silver Eagles, I would imagine.
Man. Plus, he went out of bounds, and that clock kept running. I think the clock took another at least second off.
5.8 seconds remaining. So if this is a 15-yard penalty, that's going to put him down around the 35-yard line and give him a legitimate shot at the end zone.
All right, let's see. Where are they marking the ball here? Right there. So it would have been about a 10-yard gain.
Yeah.
And then add 15 to that. That's a bad penalty to take in this position. So they got only 6 seconds left, essentially time for one play. Do you try a long field goal here? I mean, it'd be really long.
I think you take a shot downfield and then
yards.
you try one.
It'd be a 53, 54-yard field goal. There's no way Romans is going to make that kick, so they're going to give it a shot. I say, yeah, give it a shot. Run your receivers downfield and heave it.
It's got to be quick, though. Less than 6 seconds to play.
Well, I think they're only going to have one time for one play. One play is all they're going to get. They could possibly run a 10-yard out in the time remaining and then maybe try another long field goal of 40-some yards. But otherwise, they got to take their shot here. They shouldn't have a shot, that 15-yard penalty. The very first penalty of the night on Monona Grove, as a matter of fact. was a bad penalty to take in this situation.
Really? That's just their first penalty?
Very first.
Wow. That could be a killer.
That's the first flag period on Monona Grove. I mean, it's not like they had 2 or 3 and they were declined. That's the very first one. Only 3 penalties tonight on Fort Atkinson, although they missed an obvious holding call on one of Strasburg's longer runs.
So a couple exceptional performances tonight. Alex Ogden with 6 touchdown passes. Preston Strasburg with 6 touchdown runs. Both teams' offenses going wild tonight in this basketball game of a score 50-50.
Strasburg with 57 carries tonight.
57.
The numbers
carries.
are just mind-boggling.
They're just
tonight.
crazy.
Yeah.
They're just crazy. Both these teams with the spread offense. You know, they run a lot of plays, but look at the Silver Eagle defensive backs playing center field. They got 5 backs playing deep. The linebackers are all off the line. Would not surprise me if they run Strasburg here.
It wouldn't surprise me either, but that will use up all of their time.
Yeah.
There's really no reason to take a timeout.
Last timeout called by the Silver
and call
Eagles.
a running play because they've been calling them all night.
Yeah.
And their offensive set is exactly the same set they've used all night. So it's pointless. I don't understand why you would even bother using a timeout to call a running play here. And I'm telling you, keep an eye on number 82.
Oh, Crandall.
Jordan Crandall. 5'9", 200-pounder. He's listed as an offensive lineman in the program. Well, he's been much more than that tonight.
Yeah, he's had a great game at tight end.
Yeah.
3 big catches, including that long touchdown.
He's the kind of guy, and he showed that earlier on that 3rd and 14 where they converted it by throwing to him, where he just can get lost because he's just what's that?
He's
like
under the radar.
From Chicago. He's Mr. Cellophane.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Silver Eagles have number 10, Mitch Kelsey, playing deep center field. Kelsey listed as a tight end, defensive end, quarterback.
He's going to try to get out of bounds. They're going to have time for 1 play.
2 seconds left.
Are they going to try a long field goal here? It's about an 8-yard gain on the pass play there.
It's going to
Maybe
put it out
7.
to about the 30-yard line.
Any idea who caught that?
Yeah, that was number 8, Edwards.
Okay, thanks.
So we've got about a 47, 48-yard field goal here, if they're going to try it.
It's a long field goal. I don't know that Romans has got enough
I think they're
going
going to try it.
They're going to give it a shot. Well, remember when Dylan Swearig did this to Monona Grove a couple of years ago, and we thought there's no way he's going to put that ball through, and he drilled it.
So
it would have gone through from 50 yards.
46-yard field goal. Nathan Schultz is the holder. It all comes down to this.
See it in your best John Facenda voice.
Yes. That's not going to be deep enough.
Nope.
So we're going to overtime. I got to text my wife.
I don't even know what time it is.
Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody
look.
really care?
Oh, man.
50-50. We're going to see our first overtime in some time.
.937. Usually we're walking to the car by now and considering a cold libation, Steve. Oh my. Okay, so we're at the end of regulation. We got a few minutes. I'm going to do some ciphering here, Steve, and see if I can put some numbers together. Do some ciphering.
After tonight, the Silver Eagles travel to Middleton Stadium to take on the Edgewood Crusaders. It's going to be a huge letdown after this game.
It's going to be huge.
Huge. This is just unbelievable. Huge nights by several individual players on the Fort Atkinson side. Strasburg, of course, with his 6 touchdowns. But Matt Romans, their quarterback, has had an outstanding game throwing the ball. And he had a chance at the very end there to be the hero. Of course, missing the 46-yard field goal. Not a lot of high school kids are going to make that one. On the MG side of things, Mitch Kelsey with a huge night tonight. A couple touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. Alec Ogden has been fantastic, running and passing the ball. 6 touchdown passes for him. Silver Eagles have thrown touchdown passes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, I think.
Yeah, well, we have
4
one
guys.
Unidentified, so we don't know if
That's
there was
right.
a second touchdown for one guy or if it's a completely different man. So let's talk about on the Fort Atkinson side. Matt Romans is 14 for 21 and a touchdown. Sounds like a pretty good night. Not
Darn
a great
good
night, right? Not a great night. Pretty darn good night.
Good, yeah.
One touchdown. Okay, you think, well, one touchdown. How's it they got 50 points again? Anyway, 14 for 21.
Strasburg.
200 yards passing for Matt Romans. Preston Strasburg is the reason they have 50 points. Preston Strasburg has carried the ball 57 times for 353 yards and 5 touchdowns. On the Monona side,
57 times. And we still have an overtime
that's
period
right.
to
So
go.
he's going to get 60 unless he fumbles on his first carry or something like that. On the Monona side, I heard you say Alec Ogden's had an exceptional game. He has had an exceptional game.
Has he had an exceptional game?
17 for 21, Steve. 6 touchdowns, which is a Monona Grove record, and he's thrown for 312 yards.
Wow. And he's a junior, folks. He could get better. All right, we're going to have a coin toss to decide who gets to go first in overtime. I believe in high school they place the ball on the 20.
Oh, and by the way, 6 touchdown passes, no interceptions. That gives
None even close to an interception, to be honest with you. He's been pretty accurate
been
tonight.
Pretty dead on tonight. And 16 touchdowns now on the season, only 2 picks.
Wow.
When was the last time we saw numbers like that, Steve?
Tyler Blank.
That's correct.
Are you perhaps crowning Alec Ogden as the next Tyler Blank?
Well, you know, Tyler didn't throw as often. He ran a lot more often.
Excellent runner, very fast, very athletic.
So he didn't throw as often, but he was an efficient passer. I don't have his numbers in front of me, Steve, but Tyler completed as a senior, probably completed somewhere between 50 and 55% of his passes. Alec coming into this game had completed over 64%, and he's 17 for 21 tonight. So that number hasn't gone down.
Wow.
Yeah, very impressive. So as a thrower, Alec is and only a junior. I mean, I don't even know what to expect, even the rest of this year. Not even thinking about next year yet.
Yeah. All right, I missed what happened at the coin toss. One of these teams will get a shot to go first. I think in this situation, I'd prefer to be the team going second. You know, rather than putting pressure on them, I'd like to know what I have to get. That's going to depend on your strategy. The Silver Eagles are in a good position in overtime because they've got such a good kicker, Colin Larsh, although he did miss that 20-yard field goal earlier in the game. I would put money that Colin could make the difference in this game here. 100 points altogether. That's just nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts.
Well, the missed field goal may make the difference. Already has, kind of.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be in overtime, probably.
We don't know that. Obviously, there's no way of saying, if he makes this field goal, the rest of the game's going to play out like it did.
Look at the scores here that I've written down on my notepad.
Yeah,
it's half a page.
You almost filled your legal pad just with the scores.
Just the scoring plays.
Yep. All right.
50 to 50.
So
50 is an unusual score for a game.
Starting on offense, well, it would be 49 to 49, but they've each turned a 2-point conversion.
Right. Okay, they take over at the 25-yard line.
Fort Atkinson with the ball. Let's see what happens. This game has been incredibly exciting.
They gave it to Strasburg.
And they made the play. Quincy DiLoretto pulls him down from behind. A very short gain by Strasburg.
About a 2-yard pickup, 2nd and 8. We are in overtime here on WVMO, the voice of Monona. Boy, this is one I'm going to watch on YouTube, Bob. I want to see this one again.
This one I might actually queue up again, put it on the big screen.
May have to see if we can get a CD burnt of this one.
This was a good one.
All right. 2nd and 9, just a yard pickup for Strasburg on his 58th carry. They give it to Strasburg. No, Romans keeps it again up the middle, has a first down.
He's going to score.
And into the end zone, Matt Romans from 24 yards.
Well, maybe Strasburg's not getting to 60 carries tonight. I did not see that coming. Matt Romans with a 24-yard touchdown run. What'd you tell me? He'd carried the ball exactly 6 times.
6 times coming into
prior
tonight's game.
Gives him 5 carries tonight, Steve, for 46 yards and that score.
Well, somebody other than Strasburg scoring a touchdown. That hasn't happened much.
I got to tell you, that looked really easy.
Yeah.
He faked to Strasburg. Evidently, everybody went with him, and he just sliced right up the middle, barely touched into the end zone. 24 yards, and now another Fort Atkinson lead.
And Jarrett Meyer coming off the field. That's not a good sign, as he is Silver Eagles' leading tackler.
He was walking off the field. He looked okay.
Hopefully he's just going to miss the extra point here.
He doesn't play offense, so he'll have some time to rest. We need a missed extra point. That's what we need. Low snap, and he missed it.
He missed the kick.
Outstanding. Okay, that gives Monona Grove the opening they need, but they still got to get the 6. Fort Atkinson came out, they got the 6. MG's got to at least match that.
56-50 here in overtime. The Silver Eagles will get the ball 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
If you're just tuning in, folks, no, this isn't the 4th overtime. This is the 1st overtime.
Yeah, this makes me think of, what was that, Verona and Middleton and somebody that went 4 or 5 overtimes?
Yeah, earlier this year, I think
I
it
was
was 4
listening to the
overtimes.
end of that in the
I was
car.
watching that on television. Yeah.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Silver Eagles. Alec Ogden brings the team back out on the floor. Basketball floor, I'm thinking. Herniak and Sapu split out wide to this side.
Steve's been a little in and out tonight.
Thompson with the carry. Bounces out to the right side.
And he's got some room.
Has a first down.
Just keep
inside the 10.
Hold on to the ball, Jackson. That's the important thing.
Jackson
Big
Thompson.
gainer and another first down.
1st and goal for the Silver Eagles. A chance to win this one here in overtime. 56-50.
For what it's worth, that puts Thompson over 100 yards for the night.
Good for him. He deserves it. He's had a great game, 2 touchdowns. Thompson again into the line. On 2nd and goal from the 6, he picks up a couple more. Frankie Langer into the game for Sapu.
Don't they only get 4 downs? No, they don't get first downs. Okay, I didn't know that.
3rd and goal from the 3. It says 3rd on the scoreboard. I think it's actually 2nd.
It is 2nd down, yeah. Okay, I thought they got first downs. Okay, 2nd down and goal from the 3. So that's 2nd down on the down marker over there.
Thompson.
Oh, man, I thought maybe he was going to break to the right there and get that score.
Right.
All right.
Down to the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 2. $56-50. Silver Eagles.
I don't got a problem with them keeping this on the ground. 2 yards at a crack is all they need.
Thompson.
Is he in?
Silver Eagles are signaling. Referees are not yet.
It's got to be at the 1. All right.
4th and goal from the 1.
What do we do here, kids? Do we just give it to Thompson again? They got to get a push up the middle. This is a huge play. They got to get an offensive line push.
And a timeout called.
Honestly, Fort Atkinson is going to have everybody they have on the line of scrimmage.
You know what I'd do, Bob, is fake it to Thompson and have Ogden run it. Do a bootleg. You only need a yard.
I know it's not a bad call. What that requires is a really good fake, all right? And it requires a fake to a guy that's running outside, because the quarterback bootleg, which in the old days called the naked bootleg, leaves the quarterback essentially unprotected. So you've got to have that fake, and you have to have a fake to Thompson running wide to get the pursuit going that way. In this particular circumstance, they are going to have a lot of people on the line. It means the linemen have to hold their blocks for that to work. 4th
and goal from the 1 in overtime. The Silver Eagles trail 56-50. This has been just a crazy game.
All right, this is huge. It'll be a bit of a letdown, I got to say, if Monona Grove does not put the ball in the end zone here. Fort Atkinson's going to call a timeout, no doubt.
Yep.
I don't know where Fort Atkinson's Mason Emmerich is lined up, but I would not run the ball at him.
No, he's been all over the field tonight.
He's a tough customer at linebacker, and he is difficult to move out of position.
He's a big kid, too, isn't he? Where is he listed here?
Number 35. He is, what?
6 foot, 180.
Yeah.
He plays a lot bigger than that. He makes me think of Josh Groves playing linebacker.
He's a tough guy. He's made a lot of tackles tonight.
56-50.
And if I'm Fort Atkinson coaching staff, if I can, I roll some of my offensive linemen out to play that middle position because they're big fellas. They're going to be tough to move.
They got a lot of beef out there right now.
I do see a couple of their O linemen out on the defensive line.
All right, Alec
is
Ogden
huge.
following the signals. He's got Thompson next to him. Ogden on the keeper.
He's
Touchdown, Ogden!
Ogden followed Jackson Thompson right into the hole. All right, this game is not won yet. It's tied.
Tied at 56.
And they are an extra point away from winning one of the most exciting football games I have ever seen.
All right. The overtime comes down to Colin Larsh's right foot. Unbelievable, Bob. 112 points tonight.
Let's make it 113, Steve.
113
Lucky
would be mighty
113.
Oh, my goodness. Colin Larsh, he missed a 20-yard field goal earlier. He's been money the rest of the game. Here's the snap. The ball's down. The kick is up.
It's up. It's good.
It's good. The Silver Eagles win it in overtime. 57-56.
Oh, my God, what a game, ladies and
Unbelievable.
gentlemen. Unreal. Possibly the best high school football game I have ever seen, and I've seen a hell of a lot of high school football
We've
games.
seen some exceptional performances tonight. Preston Strasburg with 6 touchdowns and 300 yards rushing. Alec Ogden with 6 touchdowns passing, 300 passing yards. But the biggest play of the game for Ogden was that 1-yard touchdown run in overtime. Colin Larsh with the extra point to win it, 57-56. There just aren't the words in my language to describe this.
And I have big words.
Yes, you know a lot of words.
I have good words.
You're an English major, I remember that.
This game has been bigly. It's been braggadocious.
All right. At very least, Bob and I will be back here in 2 weeks for the regular season finale against DeForest. Next week, the Silver Eagles on the road against Madison Edgewood at Middleton High School on the turf. That ought to be fun as we beat up on the Crusaders.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you watch this game on YouTube or listen to this game on the radio, you got to think about going out for a beer after.
Oh,
this game
I know
to
Bob and
celebrate.
I are
We're
doing
going
it.
to.
Heck yeah.
Hope to see you there.
57-56, Steve Martinelli alongside Bob Schmuck in probably the funnest game we've ever done. Bob, this has been a treat tonight.
It really has been. It's a long game, but and thankfully the right team came out on top. It was still a great football game, no matter who won. But
yeah, Ford shouldn't hang their heads.
The fact is, the guys in the white hats won tonight. We're glad to see it. Great football game.
Thank you so much for watching us. This has been WVMO bringing you Silver Eagle football, 98.7, just a bit above normal. I'm Steve Martinelli and Bob Schmuck saying goodnight. Thank you so much for tolerating all of this. Good night.
Don't you wish you'd have done this game? Oh, by the way, I did watch.